Okay, so tonight we are playing some Hateful Place in space. So you guys are you're basically the advanced crew or a exploration crew okay. that has been sent down to this planet. You've been traveling, on this mission, exploring new planets for maybe about a year or so. Takes a long time to get kind of out here. And this planet seemed pretty interesting. They thought that based on all the scannings of it, that it seemed like it could support life, and actually seemed fairly industrialized when the initial reports were in. They were first looking with telescopes or what have you. But of course, they were actually looking at the planet 100 years prior before you even took off. Because of light, blah blah. So as you guys have come closer, you're not seeing the type of atmosphere and that you would expect in an industrialized world. There's not smog and everything else. It seems no big cities that are very obvious. From space. So you've been sent off from the larger ship to do a little exploration run, and you've launched down, and in order to come in smoothly, you kind of started to orbit around, and you were going to come in on the next orbit. And as you were kind of coming behind the planet, you saw a bright flash. As you turned back, you saw your main ship, the mothership, seemingly under attack. It was taking fire. So it, in normal procedure, when these things happen, if the ship has to scoot, it takes off and then it comes back in 3 days. You guys were planning to land, of course, anyways. You obviously can't orbit for 3 days. You figure you'll take off again in 3 days. As you come back around the planet, though, something from planet side flies up. Luckily, your pilot, Douglas, is able to avoid a direct hit. But the ship is flying a bit out of control, and you've been plunging into the atmosphere now for about 30 seconds. The ship is getting tremendously hot, and Doug calls for an ejection. He's going to try to land the ship, but in order to take the least amount of human life risk, you guys are been sent back to eject, and you do. You eject down. Of course, the ship's out of control, so you're traveling very, very fast. And even though you are, parachuting into this wooded area, it's a bit of a hit as you kind of just crash in through the trees. And as we begin the adventure, you just hear a loud, like a crash, which is surely, many kilometers away, but very loud. As you're kind of hanging in these ejector seats in the trees, we'll kind of go around and intro the characters. You guys can tell us a bit about your characters. So I will start first with Nikki.
Okay, you see a young woman, heavily tattooed. She has been experimented on a bit, and so she has these cybernetic amps that allow her to perform various what's the word? feats with physics and space and time. And so she is very angry and very upset as she's hanging in the tree. What the hell just happened? And I'm playing Melantha.
Excellent. We swing over and we see Sig also hanging in the tree there.
You hear the noise coming from the ejection helmet of Sig first. And if you listen, you hear the beat of Run DMC. It's tricky as she's come down through these limbs and crashed through these trees. And she knows that the healthy, muscular body that she keeps by working out all the time, standing only 5'1", but she pushes the button to stop the music and let the helmet pop up and take a breath as she's getting herself loose from the limbs to get down to the ground. And she rolls down to the ground and immediately comes out in a stance with her laser pistol She goes, "Oh, I've got my breather mask, but I believe it's okay for right now to breathe this." And she's looking around to see the rest of them, if they have survived the crash, the ejection. That is Sig Martin.
Excellent. So as you're kind of looking around, you actually hear some movement in the brush, but as you're kind of turning maybe to see what it is up in the tree, we've got Crystal.
Yeah, hanging there, wearing a white suit with red crosses on it, which is still a universal sign for medic in this time, is this rather petite woman. She manages to get herself cut down and hits the ground with a slight thud. She starts to get up and presses the button on her helmet so that the tinted visor goes clear. And she says, "Is everyone okay? Does anyone need any medical assistance?" And she grabs from, pulls like from her seat, which had landed, maybe like crashed actually through the seat. She pulls out from the bottom this medical case and begins to open it and look at her supplies.
Cool. Okay, so your chair is still up in the tree. Just that's clear. That's important.
Okay.
But it's fine. Yeah. So as you yell out, the noise that you heard kind of moving through the woods, Sig, stops. And finally, up in the branches, we've got Gloria.
Yeah, Gloria's hanging upside down, and she immediately pops the helmet off, and she shakes her golden mane out and kind of stretches and yawns a bit and looks around to see what is going on from this vantage point. She just checks, make sure everything is okay. Reaches into one of her packs and withdraws the compact and quickly gives herself a check. And before she hits the belts on her harness, smooths down her eyebrows a little bit to make sure that they are just right. And then snaps the belts and does a graceful somersault to the ground.
Excellent. All right, so you kind of do your somersault. You land up in the tree still. Alantha, you actually you're a bit higher, so you can see, and you actually can see down that there is kind of a rough, like almost you might think like an animal trail that leads to this general area. So you can actually see where to look. Your eye is brought down this trail, and you actually see. Ooh, why not focus? You actually see about a dozen look like men. Maybe they seem to they have helmets and stuff on with long spears heading towards the kind of the bit of a clearing, we'll say, where everybody kind of is currently, and you're kind of above. But they have stopped though once the talk started.
Okay, and I can see them, what direction they're coming from, you said?
Yeah, you can see them. I mean, you're basically hanging in the tree. You got a good vantage. You can see them coming. They were moving, and as the medic hit the ground and called out, they kind of stopped and crouched, and now you see they're actually kind of up and they're moving slowly, kind of very stealthily, but you can see them from your vantage.
Okay, I'll get out of the tree and I'll go down to the rest and try to say, we have company coming. Get from whatever direction it is. The north?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to tell. You're upside down.
Oh, okay.
Hey, question, Daniel. Did we have any information on any inhabitants here, like humanoid type inhabitants, or not?
Yeah, no. I mean, they had thought that the information that you had was that the planet was in some kind of an industrial age, so be older, technology than you would expect on Earth. But that, of course, because they're looking at telescopes, they're seeing over 100 years in the past. So they were assuming that there'd be some kind of larger cities and some technology here. But from what you can see, when you guys first kind of came into the area, they didn't seem to have large cities. And when they did the atmosphere tests and such, like I said, there's not the ozone and stuff is not depleted. So basically, you would imagine that if there is life here, which of course we know there is, they're more primitive or very advanced, and thus not using the kind of industrial stuff that Earth would have used. By the way, the year is 2342. So what Earth would have used, like maybe like 200 years ago, whatever.
Sig starts looking for a place to hide, maybe behind a tree or some bushes or ferns or whatever, and she yells out, "Nurse Goodbody, it'd probably be best maybe you talk to him since you're wearing the universal sign of peace."
Well, I mean, we can't be sure that the signs of their culture would be the same as ours, but yeah, I would be glad to attempt introductions.
You just want to sit here and wait for them? You don't want to try to go the other way? They seem to be carrying spears, and there were about a dozen of them.
Well, if we try to
Being
run
here-
off, they're going to track us anyway. This is their home, not ours. They'll catch us sooner than later.
You mentioned we came here to make contacts, not to run away.
Okay, but I'll have my energy pistol ready anyway.
Okay.
Hey, just please don't try to shoot. Just tell me first.
All right, cool. So Sig's hiding, and Melanthe is going to kind of stand next to Lucria. And how about Gloria?
Gloria's smoothing out her jumpsuit
Okay.
and
So
then
you're gonna-
strikes a pose.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you guys do that. So Sig, you move off. Go ahead and roll a mind, actually, Sig.
That is a bad fail.
Okay. Yeah, so you kind of come off, and you guys are all kind of looking in the direction that you had seen them coming. Time passes, takes a little longer. You saw they were creeping, so you're waiting, and then basically they have now flanked you, and Sig did not notice it, and they kind of come out with the spears charging at you with spears and nets, and they're gonna try to take you. I'm just going to give them a bonus on their initiative for harassing you. So go ahead and roll initiative, whoever wants to do it. I'll just go with Nikki because you're the first one in line. Ooh.
4.
Yeah, okay, they're going to go first. All right, so they come charging in. What do they see? Do they see Sig? Go ahead and because you're trying to hide, so make a mind roll for the hiding. So the first one was for if you could hear them coming.
Oh, that's a pass with 18.
Okay, all right, they don't see you, so they run right past you. So that makes an even 4 on each one of the other people. All right, so we'll go move down the line. First one throws a net over Melanthe. You want to make a defense roll to avoid that?
Okay, yep. Oh, yep, 20.
Nice. All right, yeah, you sidestep it. The second one comes in with a spear stabbing at you, but it's easy, just like maybe trying to run you back. He doesn't actually hit you with it. Third one, same thing. And fourth one, also with a net. Net you. So defense that.
Okay. 16.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, these guys are coming in, and you basically step in their nets, kind of intertwine, and they're not able to grab you. They're not as organized as they thought they were, apparently. Okay, so 3 are coming after Lucria. Is it Lucria? Say it again for me.
Luceria.
Luceria. Now let me get that. Okay. Okay, so net misses. Spear misses. Oh, there it is. Spear misses.
Answer. It's displayed on your iPhone.
Oh, thank you. Nice. All right. Well, she knows the answer. Let's see. It went away. All right. Anyways, that was a 19. So make a defensive roll. against the net, please.
She's not going to try to avoid it.
You're gonna get caught.
Yeah, she's going to let herself get caught.
All right, you get caught in the net. And finally, down to our space princess who's fixing her face, missed with the net. Ooh, one of the spear people prod you. You might make a defensive roll to avoid that spear. Lucy.
That, yes. Yes, I do.
Yes, I do.
I do avoid that. Stop it.
Oh, nice. Okay. Next one tries to spear you as well. Also is successful unless you avoid it.
No.
Okay. You're getting stabbed. Okay. 10 points of damage.
10 points.
Yeah. Stabs you like in the leg, trying to bring you down, while the last one comes and tries to throw a net over you and misses terribly. Okay, that's all of them. So what do you guys want to do? It's you're up. We got a medic that's in a net. Everybody else is free, at least from the nets. And Sig, you're hidden, actually.
If she can, before anyone like reacts, Lucira is going to try to be like, don't react violently. They don't know. And then she's going to just kind of have her hands up in the net, like trying to show that she is giving up.
Okay. What's everybody else doing?
Gloria hits her jump pack
Nice.
and shoots up in the air, and she'll just give a nice little kick to the guy that stabbed her.
Nice. Go for it.
Oh, that's a hit. 17.
Nice. Okay. He is unable to jump out of the way, so go ahead and give me some damage.
Ooh, there we go. That is 24.
Nice. Yeah, you shoot up in the air and throw your leg out with a nice kick, and you actually can hear the bone crack in his neck as his neck flips back and he falls down dead. Are you going to try to land in a branch, or are you just like going up in the air?
I'm just going to kind of hover mode.
Okay. How about Sig?
Sig is going to stay hidden, and when she hears the doc yell out about, she just says to herself, I'm glad I brought my own self-med kit because she's not going to be around too much longer. But she's just going to stay hid for right now.
And Melantha?
She is going to use her jump pack to try to land on a branch so that she has a little height on these things, on these guys.
Okay. Did you want to try him on the way up?
I'm sorry?
Did you want to attack any of them on the way out with like kick them or whatever, like Lucy did?
Oh, yes. Sure, that was a good idea. Yeah, 16.
Oh, nice. Okay. Also is unable to avoid it, so give me some damage.
Okay. 11, 27.
Oh, nice. Okay, same thing. You reach out and whatever, kick this thing, and it stumbles back. Actually, it's the guy with the net. He's standing there, and you kick him, and he like stumbles back into the other guy's spear. The spear runs up through him, and they both kind of fall as he falls to the ground. Look like he's dead.
And I do want to try to land up in like a branch of the tree or something.
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay.
They look up at you. You're now that you're flying, and they are looking a little scared. So let's roll initiative into the next round.
Okay. 6.
Oh, okay. Go first. What do you want to do up in the air?
Now that I'm in the tree, I want to shoot my pistol at one of them with the spear.
Okay.
Oh, 17. Oh, good dice today.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
That's good. He rolls a 10, so he misses. Do some damage.
Okay. Ooh, not very good. It's 17 damage. Not very good.
Okay, no, that's actually enough though. So you shoot through him, and he's got the spear, and he's like, "Ugh," and you shoot him, and he it's a laser pistol.
Yep, it is.
All right. So it's just like a flash of light, and he kind of like staggers for a second, and then he drops because you got it right through an organ or whatever. No, there's
Nice,
probably no
just a
blood or
smoking
anything.
hole.
There's no blood or anything. It just completely cauterized, and he's just
Mhm.
standing there. Well, he stands for a second, then just drops.
Okay.
How about Sig?
She's
Still
still
waiting?
staying hid for right now.
Okay. Lu- I can't say it, or else my phone will answer. I think Crystal doesn't know.
She's just in shock. She doesn't know how to react to this. She can't believe
Okay.
what her party is doing.
All right. And Gloria from up in the air hovering.
She has her laser pistol out, and she's just continuing in hover mode,
Okay, cool. Yeah.
waiting
they're-
to see how they respond more.
They seem to be very frightened, and the two that had spears, basically the four that were on Lucrea, all now kind of join together, and try to like drag her off with the net. They start running into the woods, where the other ones kind of gather and form a line. Although you're in the air, so they're a little bit unsure of what to do. They're kind of like, trying to defend, so you can't basically follow, and they're going to drag Lucrea off. You want to try to not be dragged off?
I think she's in too much shock.
Okay. Yeah, they're dragging you. They're dragging your friend off into the woods.
I got a question, Daniel. Would I know by looking and knowing where Mel and Gloria are up in the? Do they have enough room that they can follow and stay in the air, or is it like too much tree canopies?
Well, the jetpacks only last for about the 30 seconds.
Oh, okay.
They're
Okay.
short bursts. But yeah, I mean, probably a little bit. If they went above the trees, then they'd be hidden. They'd have to try to fly inside, and it's not that thick of a forest, so yeah, you could fly, but not for very long.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know there was a limit on them.
Yeah. I mean, they can use multiple charges or whatever, but they're just like, yeah. So they're dragging her away. So let's go to the next round. Initiative.
Okay.
2, 3.
1.
All right.
Oh gosh.
They are out of sight temporarily. As you're starting to, well, you're actually up in the tree, so you can see the bushes moving and stuff, but they're kind of moving out of sight. I would say probably in the case of Gloria, you're probably starting to come down now. Yeah, you see that they're moving off into the woods. You did notice that trail before, and they were heading in that direction, so you can kind of see that from up in the tree.
And they're trying to drag her off still, right? Or they
Yeah,
are dragging her off.
They're dragging her off, and then there's a line of them kind of like. No, they haven't all left the square. Those 4 have left, dragging her off, and the other ones are kind of with their spears pointed. But you guys are up in the air; they can't do anything. I guess I could throw the spears, but they're not going to do that because they only have 1 spear each.
What's the range on that periodic attraction spell?
Uh,
I want to try
There's no
to pull an element, a solid element out of the earth and block them from running away with her.
Oh,
Like the
interesting.
wall. That's what I want to try, if that's allowed.
I mean, you could do that. I don't know how fast it would be because it has to draw it from the actual earth. But yeah, what kind of element?
Something dense, something rocky, like cobalt or iron. Iron would be good. Make an iron wall. Yes.
I was going to try to put an iron wall in front of him. All right. That sounds pretty epic. I mean, it's an earth-like planet. There's a pretty good chance that there's iron there. Let's give it a good chance. I'll give you an 80% chance that there's enough iron to get it in front of them. So go ahead and roll a percentile.
Percentile? Okay.
See if it'll work. I mean, you can definitely do it. It'll just whether or not it's fast enough.
23.
Okay, yeah. So you are able to you start concentrating, and there is enough iron. I mean, you probably don't form a perfect wall, but like pieces of just are ripping up out of the ground, creating this like thing in front of them, and they stop. I mean, you can keep concentrating to pull as much as you want. But also, you can pull your body weight up, and that seems about. I'm making a rule in the spot. About your body weight up per turn, we'll say, per round. So you're able to pull some strips up out of the ground the first, and they do stop because they're baffled by what the hell's going on. and they start screaming out in a language that sounds like maybe it's like in English, but like a very, very old English. So you kind of understand what they're saying, but it's very broken. But they're definitely delayed. They will not completely stop, but they're delayed. Unless you want to
Okay.
try to like fence them in, but they,
I think I have to roll too, right, to see if I turn to iron now.
yeah, you have to try and see if you turn on it.
Oh, I rolled a 3.
Okay, so you do not.
So
That is
that's what I
unfortunate.
do with my turn.
Yeah, I think actually I have to look at it because when I wrote the spell, I think actually you're supposed to roll out first because it happens instead,
Oh,
which could
Let me
still be
see.
awesome, right? Yeah.
oh yeah.
So, yeah. So,
Yeah, instead, yeah.
So yeah, so in the future. So yeah, so you
Is this a
they're
new
delayed at
turn?
least.
Oh.
Go ahead.
Is this a new turn
It is
from the last time when I was saying
that was the end of the was that? No, they went first. So they were dragging you away, and then now you guys are just going. So yes, it's a new turn in that sense. You
Okay,
got
all
dragged
right.
though, and now it's a new turn.
Okay, so what I would like to do now, like I'm in this net, but I would like to like kind of stand up and yell stop, and I'm going to hit this button on my panel to cause the energy shield from it to go down, and I'm going to try and cast that energy shield over the people with spares. And I'm basically using sort of a particle shield, the magic ability, particle shield. But that's like the flavor of how I want to use it.
Well, it only protects one person. So what do you want to do with it exactly?
I want to throw it over, like, the people who have spares, like protect. I mean, if it looks like one of them are about to get shot at or hurt, that's the one that I'm going to try and protect.
Oh, so you're protecting them? Okay, yeah. Because basically what happens is
Yes.
it like wraps around their body, so it's just protecting the person. Yeah. Yeah. Good. Awesome. Okay, so one of them is protected. I mean, you wouldn't know which one was going to be attacked. But
Yeah. So like, let's say like if someone's like, I'm going to shoot at somebody. If like Luciera's like stopped and uses it then to like protect that person that's getting shot at.
Right, but they're shooting with a laser. You wouldn't know. So if you want to do that, what I'm going to do is we'll just say you protect number one, and then they'll roll a d4 to see which one they attack.
Okay.
That's the only fair way to do it because you can't see the particle shield either.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, because how you wouldn't be able to cast it that fast. Assuming anybody's going to shoot with the laser. I don't know if they are or not because the only person that can actually see them currently is Melantha, and she already did what she's going to do. Sig can't see them because she's down on the ground, and Gloria's also down on the ground. So unless they want to chase, and if you guys do want to make chases, there's 4 of them between you, the spears kind of still in the circle.
Oh, I can't see the 4 in the circle anymore, you say?
You can see the 4 that are with you. So basically, you had this area you guys were fighting in, but it's not a huge area. So when the other ones took off the first round, they stood there so as a shield, and then another round went by. So now they're already 2 rounds deep into the woods, so you can't see those
Okay,
guys.
yeah, I understand. They keep moving on back with the spears. I got
Yeah. Yeah, so none of you except for Melantha up in the tree can see Lucria at all. But you guys can see the four that are remaining in the circle, besides the 3 dead ones, of course. There's 3 dead ones there too. So is there something you want to do? The people who haven't gone, Sig and Gloria, this round before they move again.
Gloria's going to draw her saber as well as make sure that her pistol is well zooped up. It's powered up, and then she just kind of looks around for where Sig is and starts walking in the direction of where the main body left.
Okay, yeah. Well, they're between you. Do you want to try to get around them, or do you want to? There's still 4 that are guarding.
No, she's just going to walk.
Oh, she's going to walk right through them, like.
Yeah,
I mean,
we'll just kind of ignore them basically and see what their reaction is.
You know what? Roll a soul roll.
That's a 5.
Okay, yeah. At first, they're like they're confused as to what's going on, and then they turn and they're gonna they grab the nets that are on their belts, and it looks like they're going to try to capture you because you walk right up to them. But they can't do it till next round. It's like you're just kind of watching still.
Can
or-
I try to, without going that trail that they're going on, can I try to make my own trail, like flank them and stay in the underbrush?
Yeah, for sure. You want to flank the main group that's dragging off your friend?
Yeah, I'm going towards like
Okay.
the main group.
All right, so just roll a mind so you can kind of figure out where they are. I mean, you definitely know direct generally.
Nope, that's a fail for 11.
Okay. Yeah, so you move up in the direction that you think they are, but you're not 100% sure like how close you are to them at this point. But you know the direction they moved, so you're moving in that direction. Okay, that's the end of that round, I guess. Somebody's getting captured already. That's roll initiative.
Okay. Oh God, 1.
Okay, so they're confused by the iron thing, but they're making the way around it. It slowed them down definitely, but now they're starting to move those 4. The other ones, there's 4. So there's one other one. You guys don't know where they went. Maybe they took off. And then there's the 4 that are in the circle, and they're going to all try to grab Gloria, who seems to be offering herself up as a sacrifice. Oh, miss. Oh man, they're so confused by you walking. Oh, okay, the last one that they all like they weren't planning it. So there's and they're really unorganized as they try to attack you with the net, Gloria. But one of them does manage to get one around you if you don't make your defense.
None of them can handle sheer confidence.
Exactly, they're just like
That would be a no
okay, yeah. So
on the
that you
defense.
are netted as well, and I guess well, Althea, you can see that too because you're up in the tree. But now, Sig, of course, you don't see that because you've already moved off.
Right.
So you don't know that your second friend is now captured as well.
I'll simply sigh and roll my eyes and lay on the ground.
Nice. Okay, but it is your turn though. Lanthea?
Can I use another charge on my jetpack to? Okay, I don't know if this is how you're supposed to use it, but to kind of stay in the tree and leap forward towards the people that are holding Lucretia. Kind of jump from tree to tree so I can get to her without having to go on the ground.
Oh yeah, for sure. You definitely can do that. Okay, so you're just gonna move.
Yeah, I'll move.
Basically above them. Okay.
Try to
Yeah,
get to them.
you can catch up to them because you're fast at the jetpack. You know, I mean they're dragging a body. They're moving that quickly. So you, and you're now maybe either right above or just ahead of them. Maybe wherever's a good spot for that to be.
Okay.
So you're.
I'm still trying to trail them, off to the side.
Yeah. So go ahead and
hopefully.
make another mind check. Yeah. Well.
Oh, that's worse. Nope.
All right. Well, you're moving in the right direction. You're just not sure. You may have passed them now, or it's weird that like you haven't encountered them. You think. How about Lucretia?
Luceria is going to look up at Melantha and say, like, stop it, stop. They're obviously scared and they don't know. Like, you're not helping.
Okay.
And how about Gloria? You're laying on the ground, being bound by these strange men. They definitely look like men, by the way, because you've been fighting them. They were kind of like their faces were painted with muck, and they're weird branches coming out of their heads. So at first they were kind of strange looking to you, but you think is more camouflage. That they look like basically men.
Okay, so they're binding me. They're actually in the process of binding me, or am I just still netted and being
Well, you're netted,
dragged?
and since you're just laying there and not fighting, they're like closing the net up so that you won't be able to get out easily. Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna blast them.
Nice.
Cretins.
Oh man, go for it.
No.
Okay, yes, you shoot a laser wildly. They step back. Let me just make a roll to see if they're. Yeah, they're a little freaked out by that, so they actually do step away. You're still kind of tangled in the net on the ground, but they all kind of step back for a second when that happens. So they won't make any more progress on netting you at this moment, anyways. And that's that. Then they're just going to try to move, and they're just moving you forward. Luceria.
Sorry, I kind of missed that.
You can't have that name anymore. Cancel.
So Siri wants in on this. Is that what's going on?
Just call me Savvy. How about that?
Savvy. Okay.
Yeah, that's my last name. Savvy. Just call me Savvy.
Yeah, because when I say your name the right way, it activates all my computers, which is very funny. I'm sure there's a way to
I
turn it
never
off.
thought about that. Why didn't I ever name one of my characters? You know.
Funny. I mean, it is out of space, so computers talking to you is not very strange. All right. Yeah, they're yeah. Wow, divide and conquer here, I guess. Roll initiative.
Okay.
What are they gonna want?
5.
Okay, you go first.
Okay.
So you're basically in the tree above or slightly ahead of the group that's moving. Savi. You can probably actually make a mind roll.
A mind roll. Okay.
Yeah.
5. No.
Okay. Yeah. You don't see Sig. So you just right now you only see and now you guys are away from the party, so you don't really even see anybody else except for Savi.
Okay. Well, I'm going to yell back at her. Your empathy does you credit, but it's not going to help you live, and I, for one, don't relish ending up in some sort of weird alien cookpot. And I'm going to take a shot at the lead. Say I'm just ahead of them, at whoever's the lead pulling on that net.
Okay.
Ooh, 18.
Okay. Oh, actually, roll a d4 to see which one it is. If you get a 1,
Okay.
it's the particle shield.
Okay. 3.
Okay, so it's not the particle shield guy.
Okay.
Yeah, so you shoot one of them. Damage. He doesn't avoid it. I already rolled
Okay. 21.
Okay, yeah, you shoot one and he drops. He was dragging the net and he drops to the ground with a smoking hole in his back. Sig. You wanna do a
Yeah, I'm
little-
gonna keep trying to see if maybe I can locate them. And nope, I'm still a little bit behind with 13.
Yep, you're still moving. You move in the right direction. You're just not. If they turned or something, you don't know. You haven't encountered them yet. Gloria. So you missed once, but there's still 4 guys. They backed away a little bit.
Now, what is the weight of this net? Is it like a fishing net, or is it like a cargo net? How heavy is?
It's like a soccer net.
Oh, a soccer net.
Yeah. So
Okay.
it's enough to tangle you, but not so much that you're weighted down.
Yeah, I just sit up and then I'm just going to fire again.
Nice.
That's a 19. I believe that will hit.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and of course he does not dodge it because he's too slow. So give us some damage.
15.
Aha. You shoot this guy. He stumbles back. He's a big guy. He does not go down, but he looks very, very hurt.
Does
you're
he
also
get the
using lasers.
message?
Yeah, maybe.
I just give a stunning glare with it.
Yeah, they all start to kind of back away a little bit as you're sitting there. They're trying to recover their spears off the ground because they probably dropped them. So they're like reaching in, like to just grab the spear, but they're not sure if they should get closer. So there's like this little bit of like weird intimidation going on at this moment. And it's their turn, so they're not going to do anything. The other ones, the 3
I
that
didn't
are,
get
yeah, that's right. Go.
Savvy is, I guess she's not free from the net now. But either way, she's going to pull off her pistol, which I wrote down stun pistol, but I mean,
Good.
There's really no stun damage. Either way, I'm shooting Melithing.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, if you send somebody with it and then they get to 0, then they'll just be knocked out. That's just how we'll do it.
I rolled a 4, so I forgot to turn the safety off.
Yeah, you're being fired upon, Malethia.
Okay.
Clearly, something strange is going on. Yeah, so they see you fire from inside the thing, and they turn around, and one of them with the spear tries to stab you. Ooh, 19. go ahead and make a avoidance if you don't want to be stabbed.
Me
Crystal.
or oh,
No,
okay.
Crystal, you're not any than that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, they just saw a laser blast coming from behind them. They don't know what you're doing.
Yeah. True.
And also, one of their guys dropped.
4, so I'm gonna take damage.
Okay, yeah, they
Okay.
basically they actually they're trying to knock you out. So they hit you with the blunt end of it. I'll give you damage, but it'll be.
And I'll take double because of my
Oh crap!
protection is down. No, it's okay.
Hey, you know that's what happens when you play a good character. 20, so 40.
Okay, cool. I am definitely knocked out. I have 29 HP.
Okay, yeah. So woof, they whack you across the head. Melanthe, you see her go down. They keep dragging. Well, they're attempting to keep dragging her. They don't actually move this round. And her pistol, of course, drops on the ground. They don't pick it up. They don't seem to notice or react to it at all. Whatever you want to read from that. And that's the end of that round. So roll initiative.
Okay.
Roll 1.
5 again.
Okay. What do you want to do? You got shot at by your friend who is now knocked out, and there's 3 of them trying to drag her away.
Well, I'm not going to try to help her anymore. So I'm just going to take a page from Sig's book and kind of stay above them and follow them, see where they're going to take her, though.
Okay. I mean, if you want to, you could move like every 100 yards or whatever with the pack if you want, but every time you do it, it's going to use a charge if you want to stay up in the trees.
Yeah,
Or
maybe
you
I
can
will
be
do
like
that.
extras and run through the branches like Tarzan. If you want to do that, you can make a body roll.
Oh, yeah, I want to try that.
Go for it.
No, 11.
All right, yeah, you can't find it. Like so they're getting a bit ahead of you, but you're up in the air, so you can see them. So it's not really a big deal at this point. But now at this point, next round you'll have to use your jetpack, or you might lose them.
Okay.
Sig, where is
At
Sig?
20, so I'm able to find them, I hope.
Yeah. So you somehow you got like ahead of them by a bit because they had stopped. You know, when you move forward like 2 more rounds. So you're probably just trying to refigure out where you're at, and then as you kind of look up, you see them dragging your friend right next to you, and you're hidden there in the bush, as like you're literally right next to them but hidden.
Ariel, she's not going to move. She'll just take note of, and then she's trying to scan the area for the other 2.
Okay, yeah. I mean, you see them drag your friend by, and then wait a couple seconds, but not so long that you'd lose them. And you don't. Well, I guess maybe if you look up, which I guess you might do because you knew they were up in there, you probably see Melanthe up in the tree.
Yeah, she's not going to call out to her or nothing. She's just taking note of, at least Melanthe is okay. She doesn't know where Gloria is, of course.
Nope. Gloria's over it. doing her business. What does Gloria want to do this for?
Gloria is fine. Gloria, with her left hand and the saber, is going to slash at the net, and then she's just going to blast him again.
Nice.
Oh, that's a 1.
That is not effective. You're probably trying to slash and blast at the same time, which is, it's a cool move, but it doesn't always work. Yeah. So at that,
But she's still confident.
Yes. Are they still intimidated by you? Probably not with that 1. No, they're not. All right. So they're gonna the 4 of them. 3 of them are gonna move forward. The 1 is hurt, so he's kind of standing back. They just because they left their spears on the ground, they just pick up rocks and chuck them at you. So the first one chucks a rock, misses. Chucks a rock, misses. Chucks a rock. Oh, 14, just misses. Yes, they just throw some stones at you ineffectively this round. And they drag your other party members being dragged off. Savi.
Now I'm just super annoyed.
Okay, so distance is building between you all. So roll initiative, Melanthe.
3.
All right. Oh, simultaneous, which means we got to roll again. 4.
Roll again. 3. Again.
And there's so they got a 4. They're gonna. I can't remember what the chance is. Is it a 1 in 6?
1 in 6 of the monster, random monster.
Yeah, here we go. Oh, we got a 1. Yes.
Oh,
This
man.
just when it's getting good. You know what? And because I'm a nice person, and then you guys are split, what we'll do is we'll just Mike and I guess well, Tony or Nikki, one of you two, you guys should decide. Both of you roll a d20, and whoever gets the low one gets the random monster.
Yeah, I would think Sig would be in the firing zone on the ground. So
Yeah.
I rolled a 2.
18.
Mike.
19.
Nice. What did I say? Low, right? Is that what I just said?
Yeah.
I said
Yep.
it was.
See, even
All right.
wandering monsters respect confidence.
Yes. Oh, man, I
They
gotta find
smell
the
all the perfume you got on when you get near it.
Yeah.
Raiders.
It's the shocking red lips.
Hold on. So they're going after Gloria?
Sig. Yep, they're coming after Sig.
Yeah, you said okay. That's good. All right. I get it. Where's the random monster chart?
I'm really glad I'm in the tree.
Yes, it's probably good that you're in a tree. There's actually a really good random monster chart here. Sorry. I hadn't actually planned any random monsters, but I should always remember that random monster encounter. There we go. You can even roll it, Tony. Roll a d20.
D20, okay.
Yeah.
A 3.
3. Oh, that's actually perfect.
Huh.
All right. Roll a d20.
That one, okay. 17.
All right. As you're laying there on the ground, you see kind of, it must have been tracking you because it's now like revealed and starts to move towards you. Although I guess you guys won initiative, right? No, they did with a 4, so they're going to go first. So the snake comes out and it's going to attack you. It's a large snake. It has 17 eyes that all appear to be human eyes. Yeah. But it's a 20-foot long snake, so it's a pretty big snake. It's not the biggest snake in the world, but it's a big snake, 20 feet long. And it's going to try to bite you. Let's see. And it got 13, so it misses. So the snake reaches and misses. And it's a little creepy with all the eyes. Guys are dragging Savi away, and Savi's knocked out, so you probably can't do anything about it. Melanthia, you see, now you got a choice. You probably see the snake attacking Sig on the ground, but you also, if you don't follow Savi, you're going to lose her now.
Well, I mean, she shot at me. So I'm going to help Sig.
All right.
By trying to shoot the snake from above.
Nice.
Death from above. Nope, not with a 10.
All right. Yes, you shoot into the ground near the snake, and one of its, or maybe multiple of its 17 eyes look at you. And we got back to Gloria and her group over there throwing rocks at you. What do you want?
Just went weird really fast.
Well, actually, they go first, so they're going to throw more rocks. 19. So one rock's going to peg you unless you can avoid it. Gloria.
Not with the 2.
Okay, yeah. So a rock smacks you in the head, well, or somewhere. Ooh.
Not the face.
20.
20? What kind of rock was that?
That's a hell of a rock.
You have a black eye in the morning.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's a hell
It was
of
a piece
rock.
of iron. A piece of iron.
Yeah,
that
exactly. A
landed.
piece of rusted iron ore that came ripping up from the ground and spiky sticks in the side of your face or
Thanks,
body.
Belantha.
That doesn't kill you, does it?
No,
Okay.
but it really pisses me off.
That was the first guy. Let's see if the second guy does anything. The second guy gets 14, so no. Third guy gets a 16. Okay, he's got to avoid it again.
Oh, 1. He's just a rock magnet.
You're glaring at the first guy that hit you and then on the back of the head. Oh, actually, this is not that bad. 13.
13. She's dead.
Yeah. Smacks you. You go down.
She crumples.
You crumple to the ground. Fantastic. Well, this is going well. All right, good. All right.
Oh, God.
Glorious down. Luckily, there was other crewmen that also ejected at the same time, possibly.
She died valiantly.
Yes, you did. Yeah, just sword you and then whack, whack, rocks across the head. I mean, who knew they had all these fancy weapons and it was the rocks that took you down?
These cowards with their
Yeah.
rocks.
How dead are you? Like super dead?
I am, let's see, how much did you say that was?
13.
13? I'm -6.
Let me read it. Okay.
Yeah, pretty dead.
Yeah. So, it's a snake. I guess we'll deal with that because that seems like the most relevant thing at this moment. Okay. Initiative for the snake. Do you want to roll it, Tony, since you're really the one?
Okay.
Yeah.
5.
3. Okay, you go first. The snake lunged at you. What do you want to do?
Do I still see like the group that's pulling Sabi off? Can I still see them on the trail now? I mean, ahead of me.
I mean, you can see like some rustling branches out away from you. You kind of know where they are, but you can't get a good look at them. Like if you don't chase them right away, you'll likely lose them.
This is what I want to do. I'm going to take off running down that trail where they're going, yelling and screaming at the top of my lungs, and hopefully the snake will chase me, and then the snake will come up on all of us, and who knows who the snake will attack then.
That's pretty clever. Okay. Okay. Yeah, you can do that. And you won initiative, right?
Yep.
Yep. All right. Yeah. So you run. Snake chases you. I mean, I can't imagine a snake is that fast. Does it chase you? Actually, it doesn't chase you.
Oh no.
You start to run, and the snake like starts to chase you, and then it kind of like slithers off. Maybe you were actually crawling near its home or something, and it was just defending itself with its 17 eyes. So you're running into the group.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's what
Yeah,
I
so
said I was doing.
you see Sig get up and start to run, and run basically right towards these enemies, and they actually do stop. Obviously, if you come charging at them, you can get a shot at them though. I mean, you run close.
She's a fighter, so she's going to shoot at one of them. Let's see. Yeah, my bonuses that will hit. Let's see, 9, 18, 21, 24 damage.
Oh yeah, that's definitely enough. Yeah, they turn around not knowing what's there, so they don't even. You're using a pistol.
A laser? Yeah, I got a laser pistol.
Yeah, so they don't even know to try to seek cover. So the first shot, I'm not even going to let them duck. Yeah, so you blow through one of them, they drop. So there's only 2 left now. But it is Monthia's turn.
I have the homing beacon. Which way is it telling me to go?
You're like, screw them. That's a good question. Let me do a quick.
Just want to know if it's taking me towards the group.
Oh, Daniel, do I need to roll a D4 though to see if that was Crystal's shield person? I forgot about that.
Oh yeah, go ahead. There's only
I rolled a 2.
Okay, so it wasn't them. Roll an 8-sided die. 2 of them, Nikki. Actually, let me know the 2 results.
2, 8. Okay, let me grab a couple of 8. I got a couple right here. I got a 4 and a 7.
Okay, yeah. So basically, you're kind of going towards it. Like it's this way, and you're kind of going like this. So it's like you're not going like completely opposite direction, but you're going in the general direction of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I'll burn another jetpack and try to follow along in the trees. I have 4 more charges, so.
Okay, yeah. So you shoot forward and you see basically what just happened. Sig just ran up on the group and shot one of them dead. So there's only 2 standing. Actually, they do not try to drag the body anymore. They run. The 2 that are left. So they start running off into the woods.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do I see them go which way? Towards where the homing beacon's taking me, or a different way?
More or less. It's like the this is like sword and plant technology, so it's not like it's an exact. It's like a beep beep beep. So you know you're
Okay.
close.
Okay.
Yeah, you're also not that close to it. You know that you're based on the beacon. You know you're something like 20 kilometers away, so you're not
Okay.
like super close to the ship. Yeah. So Sig. So these things are running, and exactly. I did exactly the opposite. I wanted to mute it while I was coughing. They do. They run, leaving Savi on the ground with
Okay.
kind of some blood trickling down her forehead. You do see where they're running. Like I said, they're kind of running, like just we'll say south. They're running, and you need to go like southeast, kind of. You know.
Okay. I'm not
So
gonna
you-
chase them. I'll yeah.
Yeah.
I'll stay in the tree for this turn. It was my move anyway. So
And I can
Yeah.
see Melanthia in the tree, right?
Yeah, probably. I don't think she was really hiding at this point. You just was shooting across.
mhm.
I'm
So,
going to yell up at her, go, where's Gloria? Where did she go?
Last I saw of her, she got she was netted.
That means that they'll be coming soon then with her. So, Sig's getting ready for, maybe there's another group coming that's pulling
Okay.
Gloria. So she's going to, kind of hide off in the field there and prepare to ambush them.
all right, that's a good idea. Yeah. Well, how about you snapping the tree?
Yeah, I'll stay in the tree because if they're coming, I'd want to be able to have the high ground.
Savi, make a body roll to see if you wake up from the blunt force injury.
Okay. Nat 20.
Nice. Yeah. So you
And just also, just for clarification, I left her in the net. I didn't remove Sabi because Sig would think that, leaving her like that they would think that,
okay, yeah, perfect. So you go off into to hide or whatever, or wait for the people to come. And yeah, so Savi, you wake up, you don't really see anybody immediately, except for there's I guess 2 dead bodies on the ground next to you. And you're kind of entangled in this net. I mean, it's not impossible to get out of, but it's it's probably awkward, especially when you first wake up.
Okay. She'll pull the net off of her, and then she's gonna crawl over to like the closest body and just see if there's any way that she could help.
Okay, yeah, they seem pretty dead. You're kind of you start to hear some sound coming from, now we've already established that that's south, so it's from the north, basically from where, I mean, you wouldn't know because you were unconscious, Savi, that it was where you came from, but the other 2 would. You hear some noise coming through the trees, and I guess up from your vantage point in the sky, you can see that it looks like it's the group of those other guys, and they seem to be dragging something in a net. But then also, while you're up in the tree, you kind of look off to the side and you see what looks like another escape chair, like hanging in the tree, like maybe 50 yards away, and whoever's in it, like maybe their heads droop, like they're unconscious or something.
Okay. I'm gonna try to well, I have to deal with what's in front of me, which are the people coming, so I'll wait.
All right, yeah. So you wait. Do you want to react to all the things coming towards you in the bushes? Savi, you don't think you can save these guys. They're pretty dead. But though fairly freshly dead. And of course, you don't see the rest of your party. Savi.
Oh, sorry. Like, does she still have her inventory with her? Like, did she manage to get that, or was that in the chair?
I mean, not if it was something big, right? You would have only known it was on your body. You would have to go back to the chairs. Anybody who just
Okay.
jumped down.
It wasn't. As far as I know, it wasn't anything big. So I did just have my stuff with me then.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay. I was just making sure.
You lost your pistol.
Yeah. Was she so she was dragged away from where she dropped it at?
Yep.
Okay. That's fine. All right. So she doesn't see it. She's just trying to kind of get her bearings. Does she hear anyone around or see where anyone could have gone, like any other tracks?
Yeah, I mean, you hear noise coming from one direction, the bushes rattling and something coming towards you for sure.
Okay. All right. She's gonna like kind of take a step back and like just kind of place her hand on her knife, just in case it's some kind of creature or something. She's not gonna do anything yet. She's gonna kind of sit there and wait.
Okay. I'm going to say that I'll give you a +2 on your initiative this round because Melanthe's up in the tree, and they don't know you're up there. But yeah, you see the four that are dragging the body of Gloria coming into the site. So you see them first, Melanthea. But go ahead, let's just roll initiative. I guess Tony had started rolling, so let's go to Tony for this one.
All right. A 3.
All right, they got a 6, but you got +2, so 5. So they're still going to go first. So you see them, but they're moving pretty quickly. And they break the kind of the foliage, and they can see, of course, Savi standing there with her hand on her knife, standing over 2 dead bodies, and they yell out something and charge you to try to grab you again in a net. Miss. Oh, that's an 18. I'm going to try to avoid that. Or you're going to let yourself be netted this time.
I am going to try to put it this time.
Okay.
Not with a 6, I will not though.
All right, so one guy gets a net over you. Another guy. So they basically throw some nets over you. 2 were successful actually. So the 2 guys got that and wrap their nets around you and start to bring you to the ground. So as they're doing that, Melanthea, you see through these 4 guys, one of which has a telltale burn in his shoulder, having been shot with a laser.
Okay, and we probably see are they still dragging poor Gloria?
You see Gloria, with her face all smashed up inside one of the.
Oh,
nets.
pity. She was very beautiful. I'm going to shoot at the big one from the tree.
Okay.
Ooh, 16.
All right. Well, he doesn't know you're there, so I'm not going to let him avoid that. So good roll damage.
Okay. $20.
That's enough. Yeah. I mean, he was already hurt. So you blast down at him from the tree, and then he drops. Let's see, one of the ones that hit the net. Crystal, high or low?
Low.
Okay, yeah. No, he wasn't one of the ones with the net. So you basically shoot. Maybe you were afraid to shoot your friends, so you shot the guy that was kind of standing by with the spear. Sig.
Yeah, Sig wants to shoot at one of them from the bushes that might be one of the spear holders.
Okay.
Now a natural 1, she's not.
Wow, a lot of ones on you guys today. Yeah, laser shoots by, and he kind of looks around, and they get into more of a defensive posture as they're trying to like lower Savi to the ground to try to tie her up tighter. You can try to do something while you're in the net if you want, if there's something you want to do, Savi, because you didn't actually get to go.
Since she had her hand on her hip, she's gonna pull her knife from her sheath and begin to cut the net.
Okay, fair enough. You can do that. All right, so let's go into the next round. So Tony, initiative.
4.
Are they going to go first? All right, the 2 guys that are on you are going to try to tie you up tighter, basically, so you can't cut your way out. They probably don't see you doing that yet. They're not very effective at doing it though, so they don't get you any tighter in the net. And the one guy that's kind of a spear guy, he saw the shots come, but I guess I'll do this. Go ahead and roll Melanthea and Sig. Roll d20. Whoever gets the lowest gets shot at. At least in your direction. Or spirit out, I should say.
Ooh, 7.
God.
What'd you get, Tony?
Oh, I had a 6. So yeah.
Oh. That sound didn't sound like you beat a 7. Yeah, so he throws the spear. I mean, you're kind of in cover, so I'm going to give him -1. But he just like hucks his spear into the area where he thinks you shot from. And he also rolls a 1, so he rolls a 0.
Oh,
So he thinks he threw it in the right area, but he basically, you're like standing over here, and he goes, he throws his spear off the other way. Yeah, that's their turn. So, Anthea.
So I still have two that are up.
There are a total of 3 that are up. 2 are basically on the net trying to tighten it tighter, not very effectively, and 1 is just threw his spear away.
Okay. I'll go for one of the ones on the net. Although it doesn't make me happy to help someone who shot at me, but she is still a crew member. Oh, 16 again.
Nice. Of course, now they're aware of you, so I'm going to allow them an option.
Yep.
They are unable to avoid it, though, so give me some damage.
Okay. 21.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that kills him. So one of the ones that was trying to tighten the net, he drops with the laser hole in him. Sig.
she took out the one that had threw the spear. Is that right?
No, one of the ones on the net. So there's one
Okay,
guy.
yeah, I'm shooting the guy that threw his spear away. Then.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I give up. I rolled a 4 on the die.
No. He threw his spear this way. You shot over there. You guys are basically like shooting. Not even close to each other. Maybe by luck at some point you'll hit each other. Savi, you're basically in this net. The one guy's trying to tie you up tighter, but he's not having a very good time about it.
Am I cutting my way out, or?
Yeah, you can continue to do that, sure.
Okay.
I mean, it takes time to cut your way out of a net.
Yeah, I'm just making sure.
Yeah. So yeah, you're definitely breaking out of the net, slowly but surely. Make a body check.
Me? Okay. Oh, I fell.
Okay. Yeah, he kind of like tackles you to the ground. I mean, you don't lose your knife or anything, but it's he's trying to like basically get you in a better position to get you out of there, essentially. And yeah, coming to the next round, Tony, initiative.
All right. A 3.
And he's gonna go first. Yeah, spear guy picks up one of the spears off the ground from one of the people that got shot, and he's gonna try to throw it into the bushes again at Tony's character. Oh my god! I rolled another 1. What is up with this session?
I just changed my D20s out. I'm not doing it open anymore.
Wow, that's literally 2 1s, I think, in a row. Well, no, not in a row, but 2 1s in a row on Tony's character, not ones in a row, which is very weird. Yeah, so that's all he does. The other guy's trying to just get you tighter. It's basically if he succeeds. Okay, he does. So make a defensive roll, Crystal. Otherwise, you'll be able to get out this round. If not, then you'll be an extra round in there.
A defensive roll. 12 says a fail.
Okay, she'll be in there in another round because he's basically, he rolled you in such a way that you're unable to cut.
Mm-hmm.
And okay, so it's up to you guys. Manthia.
I will take a shot at the one who's trying to tie up Savvy.
Okay.
Oh my god, that's a 1.
Wow.
What is going on?
I'm not kidding. Oh, I'm so mad.
Yes, you shoot into the ground near her. Or not near anybody, probably. You shoot in the ground near Sig. It's like you're not even close. All right, Sig, your turn.
Yeah, I changed D20, so if this one rolls low, I'm going to throw it across the room. Nat 20. There we go.
There we go.
Let's see, 9, 11, 18, 27 damage.
Oh yeah, that blows him away. He's He's completely confused by all this like random fire going on, and then you just nail him with a nice clean shot right to the chest, and he stops breathing and collapses to the ground. Being there's only one left, he kind of opens his eyes wide like this, seeing that he's not in a very good position. But let's go into next round. So initiative.
All right.
3.
A 4.
All right. You go first. There's one more. He's kind of on his knees next to Savi, who is actually breaking out this round as well. So, Volante, you got one guy.
I look down, I see there's only one guy. I'll go, okay, Sig and Savi should have this guy, and I'm gonna head over towards where I saw like somebody hanging.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you shoot over there. Perfect. So
Yeah, I'll
Sig.
try. Yeah, I'll try to shoot this one as well. Man, I love this die. I rolled a 19 this time.
Nice.
Let's see, 15, 18, 21.
Okay. Yeah, that's enough. So yeah, this guy's like looking around, and he's looking the wrong way because you blast through him. And just as you kind of cut your way out of the net, Savi, to maybe make a move, the body slumps over next to you, and you're surrounded only by corpses.
Yeah, Savi looks in horror as she had planned on trying to, make some kind of communication, but that did not work out.
No, it did not. Okay, sure. So you jetpack over to the body hanging by the rescue seat, kind of head down. Maybe they're starting to shake their head like they're waking up. And Mike, go ahead and tell us who's hanging there in the tree.
This is Mallory Bloodspot. She is, by all looks, she comes from the engineer class. She is covered in spanners and other equipment. She has a large battery pack on her back, as well as a large array of power tools to accompany the battery pack. She has a small little blaster that she keeps with her, just for personal protection. You never know when that's going to come in handy. And yeah, she's shaking the cobwebs from her head, as she probably got hit in the head with the spanner from with all the commotion.
And I say, pull yourself together. We have been attacked by several of the natives, and we need all the help we can get.
We've been attacked. What, did I miss something? Is everybody okay?
No, we lost Gloria.
Not Gloria.
Gloria.
I'm gonna have to find a new mentor now. Oh, that's okay. So, did we recover her body? I know her parents will want to have the body.
I mean, her body's there. I'm not going to drag it through the woods.
How about anybody else get hurt? I mean, who's down here with you?
Sig and Savi.
Sig and Savi?
Yes.
That's it?
That's it.
Wow. And there's enemies down here. So, I mean, are they like super soldiers or something?
No, but they did have nets, and they were trying to drag us away.
Okay, got it. Nets.
And spears.
And spears. Okay. These are like power spears, that like power lances. Is that what we're...
I didn't let them get that close to me, so maybe they were, maybe they weren't.
Okay, well, I think I got equipment for everybody. I got like extra battery packs and extra power packs for the laser pistols and that. So hopefully we won't be outmatched with technology.
I doubt that's going to be a problem.
Good. Okay, well, where's the rally point? We're rallying, right? Or we're all getting together?
I could probably see where Sig and Savi are, Daniel.
You don't even know where they are?
I mean, I came over here when I saw you.
Oh, well, thanks. I appreciate that.
Obviously, I probably know where I came from. So do I see if they've moved anywhere?
Yeah, no, I mean, at this moment, they're probably still sitting there.
Now,
sorting out.
while this was going on, you would have saw Sig would have found and located that spear that kept missing by her, and she would grab the spear and she would just casually look at the doc and go, "Nurse Goodbody, are you okay? Have you checked yourself? Do you have any injuries?"
Safi is on the ground, just trying. And as you check on her, she rises and says, "You're a psychopath! What is wrong with you? Why would you kill these innocent beings that obviously don't understand how powerful you are? You could have fired a shot into a tree. You could have made your point. But what you did here is murder."
You yell that out like in a real loud voice.
Yes.
Sig looks at you and goes, "Fuck you."
And suddenly it's PG-18.
See what that 17-eyed snake is. Yeah, you made a lot of noise as you're screaming. So you hear that, of course, up in the tree.
So that's where they are, Mallory. You've probably heard that. That's where they are. And she shot at me, so I am not going to.
Sig shot at you?
Savvy shot at me.
Oh, I'm not beginning to like her at all. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna try to hook up some communication array here with what's left of the comms in my seat, and I'm gonna see if we can get to Douglas. See what, if he was able to get the ship down in one piece, and maybe we can. But hold it, one of us has a locator, right?
I have the homing beacon. Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm going to see what I could do, see if I can get a hold of Douglas.
Okay. So you want to try to radio to the ship?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Make a mind, I guess. A mind roll. That's pretty easy.
A mind. 17. That's a yes.
Yeah. You actually you can you reach out to the ship and you know that you're within range. Especially maybe using the homing beacon to kind of use it as an amplifier or whatever. And you give a signal, whatever. All you're getting back from it is the standard kind of Morse code SOS kind of Mayday that the ship automatically sends. Like, if the pilot just hits it when he's going to crash. You maybe spent a couple minutes trying to make contact, and pilot Doug Douglas does not answer.
I'm not getting anything. Maybe we shouldn't count on Doug for this one.
No, we'll just follow the homing beacon. I suppose we should go back and collect Sig and Savvy.
Yeah. And where's Gloria?
Well, she's dead, and I'm not dragging her.
Dead, but okay. Well, I can drag her. Besides the large battery pack on my back, I think I can get the both of us.
Okay, yeah, she's back in the clearing with where we fought the guys. So.
Okay. So she's pretty burned up from laser fire.
I don't know. It looks like she took several sharp and hard objects to the face.
So like bad concussion grenades? Is that what we're talking about?
Almost definitely, yes. Probably wasn't iron ore at all.
Well, let's go get her. Let's find everybody.
Yeah, you guys reassemble.
There's safety in numbers, right?
Please say.
Maybe.
As soon as you get over there, Sig will look at Melanthia and go, You still have the beacon of the direction we need to go. We need to move and move now.
Agreed.
No, yeah. So you were heading, following this, rough, not completely straight path to the south. Now you kind of veer off to the southeast. So you're not really on the path anymore, but it's not so overgrown that you can't move at a relatively good rate. And you travel for maybe like an hour or so, with no interference. You don't really encounter any more of these people, or maybe you're being careful, I would imagine. And you find yourself kind of breaking out of the forested area into kind of a. You can actually see that. Oh, hold on, can I? I'm going to show you my map. I made a map. Did I tell you that? I was very proud of myself. Let's see if I can do it. Screen share. Oh, hold on. Can you do that? Yeah, I can do that. There we go. Good enough. Okay. Cool. All right. So you crashed here, or it's this PC crash site, little star. And you've been heading, so to the right would be south. So you've been heading this way. And at this point, you're now, let me do this. New layer. So I can write on it. Come on. Okay. So you've been basically, make it red. So you guys kind of headed. Oh, oops. Clearly, I didn't plan on doing this. Let's switch this here. Sketching, I guess. Okay. So you guys were heading this kind of windy path here, and after you had this latest, confrontation, you started heading up in this direction, which is kind of towards the ship, which is kind of somewhere out here. Towards the ship. So you kind of break off into this area, and this kind of like light green area is like some grassy area, and all that brown looks like kind of a very open kind of wasteland, desert, kind of. It's pretty flat, and you can actually see, even though it's been a couple hours now since since the ship crashed, you can still see like a pillar of smoke coming up, pretty much from the direction that the beacon is pointing.
A pillar of smoke.
Yeah, like this, like like a crash site.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's either that or cannibals. It's really hard to say, or maybe both.
Yeah, why not both?
Yeah, 6 on a kick in gear, and try to go as fast as we can.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you're just gonna try to cross the open area. So you're able to do that. I mean, you can actually get out there and start walking. It's kind of you notice now, and maybe you thought because you were in the dense forest, that's why it was kind of dark. But you can tell that the sky is just like very kind of like gray, almost like a day that's going to have like terrible thunderstorms. But you look up and there's no clouds in the sky. It's just dark like that. So it's a very, very eerie, kind of weird feeling as you're kind of heading out into the wastelands. Yep.
Okay, so one of the items that I wrote down is phone glasses. And my idea was basically like the Google Glass thing, but where it actually works, all of my phone stuff, but just in glasses. So what Savvy would like to do, if she can, is like, she probably would have, would have already like saved into this data that would help her, help her and her crew to survive. So she wants to see if she could like scan the clouds with them or something and see if she could like, if it could find information and like, her history of what she has that would tell her what these clouds mean, or like what it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm
Like
sorry.
if
No,
they've been
there's no
located
clouds.
anywhere else before and stuff.
No, but there is no clouds. That's why it's weird. It's dark like there's clouds, but there's no clouds.
Okay, so like
but-
there's no.
Yeah, it's almost like the sun, or the star that feeds this planet, its sun, is just very. It's almost like they dimmed it down, like it got very dim, because it's still in the sky. You can see it. Like it's not like it's the end of the day and the sun's but you can see the sun right above you, but it's not nearly as bright as you would imagine it should be. And everything that you know about this planet, this should not be the case, because it's basically pollution free. The atmosphere is very clean and crisp and clear. And it smells that way to you, and you don't sense anything in the atmosphere, but it has that kind of look, almost like it's coming through something, but you just can't see it.
Okay, I guess.
Yeah. Okay, so you're just going to mosey on towards. You're just going to go to the wastelands. That seems like a reasonable thing for explorers to do.
We have to follow the homing beacon.
Exactly. Yeah. So you're following the home beacon, and looking off in front of you, maybe like you sense, by the way, that at this point you're about 15 kilometers away. So you've moved about 5 kilometers through the woods. You're obviously going to move a lot faster now that you're on open land. As you start moving, you've gone maybe a couple of kilometers. You can see, like, just out at the edge of your vision. So it's like right near the horizon. So it's probably like, maybe like 7 or 8 kilometers away. You can actually see, at first maybe you thought it was a ridge line, but now you can actually tell that it seems to be some kind of maybe a train or something like long and large that seems to be moving, some kind of like a wagon train or an actual train, although you didn't see any train tracks anywhere, or something to that effect. You can kind of see it like crossing in front of you. And if you were to keep going straight, to where you're going, you would eventually encounter it if you were to move at the pace you're moving. I don't know if you have anything that allows you to see far, but if
No,
not,
I
then
don't.
right at this point,
I do not.
being that far away from you, it looks pretty small. I mean, imagine, even a very large, like, convoy of Mack trucks, if you're looking at them from 3 or 4 miles away, I mean, they look very small. So, which is kind of where you're at.
Yeah, I mean, Sig would keep going that way until maybe we got closer enough that one of us could observe it, or maybe if Melanthia could fly up in the air and see it. And I would think we would probably got the other jetpack off of Gloria, right? Probably we'd bring it with us.
Mallory's
I think you're
dragging her
you're-
body.
Yeah, you're dragging her body, as far as I know. You have everything she had.
Mallory has her on her back, so
Yeah. Yeah, I would say the only thing that you don't have is that stun pistol, because that was dropped and nobody went back and got it. So otherwise, I mean, you could certainly have, although probably whatever she had in her hands, you don't have, because I mean, they wouldn't have picked that stuff up. So the sword and you had a laser pistol, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the stun pistol from Sabi, but everything else, so whatever was on her body, lipstick, jetpack, the essentials.
all the important stuff. That compact's just completely shattered, though.
Right, but the powder puff in it might still work. Just don't get shards of glass from your face when you're doing it.
Do you want to
13
use the
years old.
jetpack from Gloria, Sig? Or jet belt?
No, she would just leave it on her body for now until somebody actually needed it. She would probably just, since you already got yours ready to go, she would depend on you if we needed one.
Okay.
Say, has anybody noticed any like aircraft or anything since we've been here?
You have not.
No, I think this is probably a, what do you call, a primitive society from what we've seen so far.
What? Oh, okay.
Yes.
Well,
So you see the glorious murderers that we are traveling with.
Next time I'm just gonna let them eat you.
I'll just ignore the idiot.
well, hey, guys, maybe we should get together right now and set aside our personal differences, because we're kind of in a survival mode, and I would like to all stick together and try to survive.
I agree. But as soon as we get back to ship, I'm going to make sure that you two never set planet side again.
You
Good.
say that? You say that to Sig?
Yep.
All right, Sig's gonna walk up there and punch the dock as hard as she can.
Okay.
I mean, you bring it on yourself. So
And Melantha will laugh at that.
that is a 19 on the die. 7, 8, 18, 22.
Which just she can avoid that though if she wants. Make an avoidance DR.
Oh, well.
Or unless you want to take it like Rocky.
No, I don't. 9.
Yeah, you get whacked in the face.
Yep. So she gets punched, and maybe even hits the ground. Slowly gets back up, wipes her face with the blood, and she says, "That doesn't change anything.
Well, good. Don't
Anything,
forget
it
to put.
proves
Don't
even
forget.
more."
Don't forget to put that in your report, please. You've got witnesses.
Well, I will report everything precisely as it happened.
And Sig turns around and keeps walking back towards the train area.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So you guys are walking, and you travel about maybe halfway between the distance that you thought it was away from you, and you can see it a lot better now. It looks like large, what you imagine would be like an old West wagon train, like maybe you played the Oregon Trail, when you were a kid. Maybe you're super old. You're like 200 years old, 300 years old. But except the wagons themselves are immense. Like they're very, very big, like the size of like tanker trucks, and they're being pulled by what look to be like elephants, except more lizard looking than elephants. So they're big like elephants, but they've got kind of a lizard head, and like a short tail though, like an elephant. So they're kind of a hybrid elephant / lizard. And they seem to be, you can see that there are what appear to be men who are wearing these like bright blue skin tight outfits, it looks like, and kind of these crazy hats with like feathers coming out of them. And they're riding what look like really large kangaroos. And they're kind of riding up and down, kind of, it looks like they're like, if you would imagine they're like maintaining the train, they're basically like going up and down the sides like guards.
And they look totally different than the first group of guys we encountered.
Yeah, I mean, from this distance, they look like people. The first people look like kind of, tan skin, like what you might imagine, like Central America, but with like they had a lot of paint and stuff on their faces. These guys look like they're wearing skin tight, like probably like spandex or something, blue outfits, because they are bright, almost shiny blue. And then they have these crazy hats, but they're about the size of people.
Why don't you go out there, Doc, and break bread with them, and we'll wait here.
Yeah, I was just about to say, here's your chance at diplomacy. But hopefully
Yeah.
you don't need any help.
Savvy's gonna pull up his glasses, and she's gonna begin to record, and then she's gonna say "fuck you," and she's gonna hop down and begin to head out over to the guys, and she's gonna put her hands up.
Well, they're like about 3 kilometers away at this point.
Oh, well, that's cool. I mean, she's still gonna walk. She's gonna start walking towards them.
Okay. I mean, is the
Can
rest
we
of
see-
them stopping?
Oh no, I'm not going. I'm not going anywhere close.
Can we see around like the end of the train? Is there a way to get around it?
Yeah, when you start to look around to the like southwest, where the back of the train would be, you do see that there's an end to it. At the rate it's moving, you think you'll probably have to wait here for a couple of hours or go southwest to avoid it. But also, as you're looking down there, you think that you can see what looks like a kind of a very large, like a ziggurat type pyramid. Let me show you the map. I keep forgetting that you guys can't see my map. Also, there's mountains. You see the beautiful mountains? So, on my map, you can see the ship, the area where you think the ship is. You can't see the ship, of course, at this point. You're like somewhere in this general area. The wagon train is like here. And then off to down in this area, you guys see this like ziggurat. I'm right on the right layer.
Is the wagon train moving towards the ziggurat, or like
Away.
they come from it, away from it?
They come from it, yeah. Yes, if you want to go around the back of the wagon train, you would get closer to the ziggurat, or you could wait and it'll go by you eventually if nobody sees you, I suppose.
I asked Sig, what do you think? Wait or go around?
Yeah, Sig's just going to try to get down and, since you said it's like desert, rocky or whatever, so she's just going to try to wait there and get down into the dirt and see what happens when the dot goes up and approaches them. She's going to stay there.
Okay. All right, so you guys are going to stay back. I mean, are you walking? Because it's going to take you a little bit to walk 3 kilometers. That's like 2 miles. Roughly. Right. I should probably know this, but I don't. But it's about 2 miles, we'll say.
What's Mallory do? Are you gonna wait with us, or are you gonna?
Well, she's a little shocked at everybody right now. So, and since she's been lugging around Gloria, she's putting Gloria's body down gently and just kind of resting on her haunches. Not really sure who to talk to or what to say.
Okay, you don't want to get punched. So you walk out with your hands up, and you walk maybe 100, 200 yards ahead of where the party's kind of hunkered down. And some of these men ride the giant kangaroos. They seem to see you because they stop and you see them pointing in your direction. Crystal's character, sorry. Savi.
Yeah, Savi. Yeah. So they're running towards me.
They haven't started moving yet, but they seem to be pointing at you.
Okay. So yeah. Okay. So she's trying to think about the best way that she can demonstrate that she kind of comes in peace. So she's gonna just put her hands up and get on her knees and put her hands behind her head to show that she means no ill intent.
Well, okay. All right. They see you kind of get down, and then 3 of them kind of shoot forward from the group and start riding these kangaroos. They're pretty fast, so it doesn't take but 3 minutes for them to come up on you. I mean, they're moving really fast on these kangaroos, maybe 3 or 4 minutes. And they stay back a bit, and they start circling around. The rest of you are hiding, right?
Oh, yeah, I'm
Yes.
down in the sand hiding.
Yeah. They kind of circle around you a few times, and they seem to be observing you. And then one of them jumps down off of his kangaroo beast and starts to walk towards you. And you can actually see that, in fact, he's not wearing an outfit. He is actually bright blue colored. His skin is bright blue. He's only got a loincloth on and a giant hat with feathers. And he takes from his mount is almost like a pole arm. Like it's got a big long kind of staff with this weird axe at one end of it, and a little point at the end. And the point end seems to be have almost like a weird kind of radiance to it. And he walks forward and he looks at you. Do you say anything to him?
She waits for a moment and she kind of takes a breath, and she's going to very slowly take her hands from behind her head and just kind of have them up, moving slowly, just trying to show she doesn't mean any harm, and she's going to let him try and communicate first.
So he looks at you and he says, "Where'd you escape from?"
I'm afraid I don't understand.
Where'd
And
you
she's
escape
obviously
from?
surprised that she can understand him, but she says, I come from beyond the sky.
Nods his head. "This one mine," he says. He looks at the other 2, and then one of them says, "No, you had last." And he said, "I came first." And then they start kind of yelling back and forth a bit, and then one of them, the one that jelly on, gets off his kangaroo too, and they seem to be kind of engaged in a debate over who is going to get you. And they're ignoring you, of
Okay.
course.
Okay, let me see. And I did hit record, so I'm recording all this.
Okay.
Let's see. She wants to. Okay, the atmospheric water extractor is that like a water bottle? Because that's how I was imagining it.
Yeah, it's like so you can get water from the atmosphere.
Okay. She's gonna like take that water bottle basically from say it was like on her side or whatever, you know, and she's gonna like slowly like bring it up and say like, look.
Please stop and look at you.
What?
We take what we want.
She says, this, she says, as she, she says, makes water. And she's gonna like open the top of it and like just pour just a little water.
He's gonna pour it into the ground.
Like just a little bit. Like, she just wants to show that it is water. And like, she'll offer him, she's trying to offer him a drink, but if he takes it, I mean, whatever.
Yeah, if you stick it out, one of them will grab it from you. And he'll dump it all out on the ground.
Okay. And she'll say, it makes water. See?
He doesn't seem to understand, so he just like throws it on the ground. And then he says, "You come with me." And the other one says, "No." He says, "Yes." And they have this little back and forth again. They're arguing again.
She says, I'll come with both of you. She realizes kind of what she's getting in here, but she doesn't know what else to say.
One of them stops and kind of looks at you quizzically, and the other one actually shoves his pole arm through that one's back and kills him.
God damn
And he
it.
says, "You come with me." Now I have you and extra mount. And he tries to grab you by like your shoulder to drag you over to the other kangaroo.
Fuck. I guess I'm just too stunned to do anything. I'm just gonna. I mean, like I don't know. Maybe I can at least forgive this guy because he's a savage, obviously.
Right. Yeah. Well, he's going to put you, if you don't, stop him, he's going to get you to that other kangaroo. And then he's going to, once he gets you on it, he's going to basically bring it over to his. The third one has just been watching. The third one, actually, as you're looking at him, well, there's only two now, but the one that was the third one, seems very young, actually. Like you can tell that he's definitely like younger than the other two. And he was just kind of watching. And then, he's going to bring you back towards the train if you don't stop him.
Does the young one, does he look like he may be related to either of them, or?
I mean, they all look like blue alien guys. It's hard to say.
Okay.
I mean, he didn't make any kind of emotional reaction
Right.
when one was killed.
Okay, yeah, she'll follow him, the little kangaroo beast.
Okay, yeah. They put you between the two of them and ride off towards the caravan. So yeah, you guys kind of witness this, and they ride away, leaving the body of the one blue alien as they head back towards the caravan. What does the rest of the group want to do?
Saw that coming, huh,
Sig?
Sig?
Yeah, Sig will laugh and she'll say, "Yep, everybody makes their own fate. Say we stay low and let the train pass, and The only hope we have is getting to the beacon homing signal.
Agreed.
We're not going to go help.
I'm not going up there and fight all those beasts and those blue men for the idiot who made her own fate. No, sure not. If you want to, go right
But
ahead.
she's part of our crew.
She shot at me.
What? And you can tell this is the first Sig has heard of this.
I think she was trying to stop me from shooting the people who were dragging her away, but it doesn't change the fact that I was part of her crew and she still shot at me. So, you know, I'm not gonna go out of my way for her, Mallory. You can if you'd like.
Well, okay. I mean, well, yeah. If we're not going to do it, that's fine. Okay.
When you say that about her shooting at you, Sig pulls out her laser pistol and points it in the direction of where they're going off, and she goes, "Darn it, she's out of range."
You hear a voice, kind of behind you, kind of nonchalantly say, "Are you going to take that blue one?" You just hear that behind you.
I will.
Well, Sig will whip around there because she's got her pistol out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you spin around, you see what looks to be like I mean, to you, rating in human age, he probably is like 16 or 17. He's like a late teen boy. He's got like will look like leather, like buckskin type pants on. He's barefoot, bare chested. He's got some like ornamentation around his neck. He is actually like almost like bright orange in color. And he looks and he says, "Well, you know, the blues they can be brought in for money, and you know, if you guys are just going to leave them there, I mean, that'd be much more valuable for me. I was gonna, you know, go out hunting for some animals, but the blues are there. People like the blues. I don't know what they do with them though. I don't want to ask, to be honest with you."
Well, you do whatever you want. We don't want them or it or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm,
We're already dragging the body we need.
I saw that. That's why I thought maybe, you know, that you were also a collector.
No, she was my mentor. She was a friend.
Oh, I see. So you're not bringing her to the doctors?
They're doctors? Well, we had a
Yes,
doctor.
doctors. Yes,
Well,
they do the magic.
do they think they can do magic on her? And she points at Gloria.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, as long as they're not rotten. When they're rotten, they don't really like them. I mean, sometimes if it's a green, they'll give you something because greens are hard to get. But for a blue or an orange, and he kind of looks at Gloria. Says, she does look kind of sickly though.
Where do you live?
Well, I live, and he kind of points in the direction of that cigar that you see there. He says, "I live by the pass."
Are you on friendly terms with the blue people?
No, nobody's friendly with the blue people. They're
Ah,
terrible, terrible people.
oh, well.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, they're not as violent as the green, but they do like to torture and do what they call experiments on people. But most, you know, they always told me that if I'm going to get captured by a blue, that I should definitely, you know, take my own life because you don't want that.
I think maybe we should
Experiment?
go after Savi.
You do what you want
Experiment?
to, Mallory. She made her own fate. I'm not trying to rescue her.
That's horrible, though. We can't just let her walk into that. She doesn't even know that.
Well, be sure and put in your report, then.
I'm not making a report about this.
No, because if we don't get to the homing beacon and the ship and get a rescue, none of us are going to be making any reports on anything.
Oh, you have a ship?
Well, it's we have no idea what condition it's in, but yes.
We're awful far from the sea.
Well, that's why we're traveling fast.
I've never seen the sea. They say that when you stand on top of the mountains, you can see the sea. See the sea. Huh. So you're not going to take that, Blue?
Nope, he's all yours.
Okay. And he kind of walks past you and walks out to the body of the Blue, and kind of like grabs him by his arms and starts dragging him kind of in that direction towards that ziggurat. Yeah. So I mean, if you wait long enough, eventually the caravan will pass where you can move directly to your ship, where there might be other survivors on the way.
Mallory's just making sure she never puts her back to either one of these two.
That's probably a good idea. I was going to save her, Mallory. She shot me at me.
Because that's okay. Maybe my head got hit a little too hard, but I think we should be helping each other to get home.
Yeah, okay, that's what I was trying to do with my, whatever. That's what she says.
No, I'm not saying anything. That's fine. We don't have to. Just don't hurt me. I just engineer. That's all I do.
Well, don't do something stupid, and I won't.
I'm not. I just fix things. That's and I won't. I promise I won't try to fix this either. I just want to let's get back to the ship.
Okay.
You guys want to lead?
So you
Yeah,
you know,
I'll
you
have to
wait a
lead.
bit, like, you know, an hour or so goes by, and you see the caravan train going, and you pick up the homing beacon to kind of get yourself resituated to go, and you think that either you got thrown off a bit or the ship seems to have moved. It is now further to what will be the west, towards that ziggurat city.
Mallory, do you think you can check that device and see maybe it needs a battery recharge or something? I don't think it's working right, is it?
Yeah, check it out, Mallory.
Happily. Phil will keep you two occupied. Yes, I'll check out anything. And yeah, she'll run a quick diagnostic on it to see how it's functioning.
Yeah, it seems totally functional. In fact, you have a very strong signal, and it's definitely pointed now. From where your position is, you thought that you would need to continue to basically the southeast, but now it seems almost directly south of you. So it's basically moved a bit to the west.
Well, it appears the ship's moving.
And you don't see the smoke anymore, I guess, if you're looking for it.
I don't know if the ship moving is a good sign or a bad sign, but we don't have much choice but to follow the beacon.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you start to follow the beacon, in that direction, and you far off to your left, basically, you see that caravan going. It's huge. You can see it from a pretty good distance, but now it's definitely moving away from you. And as you're following the ship, it's uncanny because you feel like every time you check the beacon, you're kind of going a little bit further and further. Maybe it's just the scenery. It's hard to say. So maybe you're watching the mountains to make sure. And yeah, it does seem like it's moving. It's now almost southwest of you, almost more west than it is south, actually, because as you've been moving south. And as you kind of form over another ridge, though, you see actually what looks like an ejector seat. It's laying in the ground, and maybe like 20 feet away from it, being thrown from it, there's a body. And what do we see there, Crystal?
Laying there in the dirt is, you would know, would have been one of the standard ship guardsmen. He has like he's still like connected to a chute or whatever. So maybe he hit his head on something on the way down, or didn't land right, or something. But I'd say maybe he's starting to get up and kind of like struggling to get to his feet now.
Yeah, Sig is seeing that it's another soldier type. She's going to take off running that way, and she's going to yell back though at Mallory and them to check the diagnostics on that again about how fast the ship appear to be moving out of the area. But she's going to run over to this fellow soldier type and see if he needs any help.
One second. Okay. Yeah. He's probably a little bit stunned as you're kind of running up on him at first. First, he probably like quickly searches his body, like looking for his gun. But as he realizes that you're like, a crewman and stuff, he comes to his senses and is kind of like, whoa, 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 whoa. You really shouldn't run up on people like that.
Did you see where the ship went down? How far did it go down from when you ejected?
Well, I was probably on it. We were doing our last air curve and hoping that it would slow down enough, but it seemed like it still wasn't. Not really sure what happened after that. My seat flew up and hit the ship as I was coming down, and well, you see what happens from there.
Well, if you can still walk and move, we need to get moving. We've got a location device to try to get to the ship.
Yeah, feeling a little wobbly, but it'll probably pass. He starts getting up and getting his stuff together. Finds his laser rifle and such.
Yes, darling.
His laser rifle is probably still attached to his seat, so he rushes over and ow!
He's hungry.
Looks for to grab all of his stuff.
Awesome.
Babe, what's up?
Why don't we take a break, like a 5-minute break, guys?
All right.
And then we'll come back and see what happens now that you are practically a brand new crew.
You ready?
Chocolate milk. Breakfast of champions. Or is that Wheaties? I can't remember. All right. So we're back.
I think so.
Excellent.
Yep.
Excellent. I saw my back up here.
Yeah. So as he's kind of getting all of his stuff together finally, and he he's kind of holding his head, and he'll turn to the group and say, "Oh, I'm Zindir, by the way. Call me Aiden. Well, Aiden Zindir. That's my name." And he's like holding his head a little bit.
Well, at least you're not another doctor.
Never really had the mind for that, I guess.
Some of them don't either when they think they do. But anyway, we need to get moving. We need to keep trying to track this.
The ship is still moving, right, Daniel? That far as we can tell.
It is moving, and it's moving pretty quickly. I mean, not like super fast, like it's flying, but like you could do an orbit around this planet, in like a couple of hours if you were flying the ship. But it's definitely moving, and you start to follow it a bit more, and you notice you kind of come over this rise, and you look down, and you see actually in front of you that young boy dragging the blue man. And when you kind of come over the hill, you knock some rocks over, whatever. He turns around, he sees you. He says, "Oh, you are coming to town. You don't want the blue man back, right? Because I don't want to. I mean, you said I could have him. You said."
No, we don't want the blue man. But where are we heading?
Well, he points. You can see that ziggurat.
Okay.
Out in front of
Do you
you.
have do you have food and refreshments and drink?
Well, not on me, but in town. Once I sell the blue man. I mean, since you helped find him, I would be willing to maybe buy you lunch or dinner or a place to stay for the night, some stew.
Aiden looks at Mallory and says, "He's orange, right?"
Yep.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure this concussion wasn't making me see things.
Yeah. So he tells you the city is called Zadar. And it is a city of ziggurats. And that's basically where he that's where he's from. And that's where they meet the doctors, the pale men. They buy the blue men. Well, and also green men. I mean, they would probably buy orange men too, but obviously he's not going to offer.
And you said the beacon's coming from that way too. Is that right?
It is actually coming from that direction.
Well, I say we just go with the kid and see what there is to see.
There's really no other option.
Yeah, it seems to be like now having moved, you really notice the difference once you stop. You stop for even like 5 minutes, and it's definitely made a pretty big move on you. So you follow. He is more than happy to have you. Do you leave him, or do you want to? He's going kind of slow, so I don't know if you want to.
Well, no, I mean we'll. In fact, I would offer, and if Aiden would help, maybe we could help him carry that body some.
Mallory's been dragging Gloria around, and you're going to help with the blue guy?
Yep, because Sig's thinking that hey, we get this kid on our side. Hey.
Oh, boy.
No, that's okay. Mallory just falls a little farther back.
Here, Mallory, let me help you out. And Aiden will help Mallory out.
I don't understand this collecting dead people thing that you guys all have going on. So
yeah, if one of you guys helps to pull, he can move along at a normal pace. He's just dragging the blue guy. He has since you saw him last, and you're not sure where he got it from, but he had some kind of, maybe he had it hidden away, or whatever. He had like some kind of a leather skin about the size of like a medium-sized rug that he's now turned into like a sled, and he's basically pulling the body on that. So it's not too bad. And yeah, he says, what kind of food do you eat out on the sea?
Oh, any type of anything. We delve in quite a different types of food and drink.
We call it seafood.
Yes.
That's a very creative name.
It is.
Sometimes we eat astronaut ice cream.
Astronaut ice cream.
But it's
sounds-
not made out of astronauts.
Oh, that's too bad. What's an astronaut?
Oh,
Star
it's kind of
people.
like chicken. Do you know what a chicken is?
I know what a duck is.
Well, same thing.
Okay, because those are big.
Ducks are big.
Well, I mean, not as big as the waste lizards, but the ducks are. They pull the smaller craft through the lakes and stuff.
Mm.
Sounds like a pretty
This-
dangerous duck.
Man, this
Yeah,
confession
yeah.
dream is getting weirder and weirder. If I survive this, I'm gonna write a book and make millions.
Yeah, our seafood swims under the water.
Oh, right. Like fish.
Yes,
Like fish.
Like fish. Yeah, we
Yep.
also call them fish
Oh,
or shellfish or shellfish or
oh yeah. We have those here too. In the lakes.
in the lakes, not the
Mhm.
seas.
Well, there's no sea really close, but if you climb to the top of the mountain, they say you can see the sea.
There we go. You'll have to show me the mountains sometime.
He points.
Ask a stupid question, get a stupid answer.
So you move into the let's see if we can show you more than that. My glorious map. Okay. You continue with the kid, whatever, if you want to ask him anything else. And eventually you come upon this basically city of where all the buildings are essentially ziggurats. There's a really big one, which is the one that you saw from a distance. And you actually can tell that this isn't just like one ziggurat. It's like a lot of ziggurats like on the edges of a large ziggurat. So it's like ziggurat on top of ziggurat. It's very, very built up. But even before you get to that, you've got like out miles before it, you've got like smaller like homesteads, for lack of a better word, where you have, but everything is shaped like that, and it's all made of packed clay or stone with clay packed around it. And you do see actually mostly what appeared to be these orange people. There's the occasional a person that is not orange, but if they're not orange, they're pretty close to it. Like they might be like ochre. And as you kind of travel into them, he kind of points things out. Oh, this is where he says we got to go to the near the pass is where we meet the pale men where we can sell the body. So he leads you through basically the center of the city, and you pass by the giant ziggurat to what is basically the head of a trail that looks like it goes between the mountains. So basically, I'll show you my amazing map again.
Just to keep track, we're still kind of.
Yeah. Right. So the ship is I'll show you on the map. Oh yeah, you care about the ship.
I do.
So you are here in the Nomad City / of course, the name of it now. You're here where I'm pointing with the little red arrow. You see that, right?
Mhm. Yep.
The ship is somewhere here, somewhere in this area. It's in the pass, basically. It's being moved through the passes, which is what you would estimate. You can't see it though, because of course the pass is windy. It's not just a big open space.
And that's the same area the kid's leading us through?
Yeah, he's leading you to here. Oops, that's the eraser. You're here. That's the eraser. There we go. You're here now. He's basically bringing you to like the edge of it where the pass is. The pass
Okay.
goes through the mountain, like that, something like that. That's like a mountain pass.
All right.
That's my best interpretation of a mountain pass. What you get the feeling of is that that the ship is somehow moving through the pass, based on your homing device. But where you find yourself is, go ahead.
I mean, I don't know if I could know this, but I mean, if we're talking about it, like, I mean, is it moving like as if it were moving along a trail, or is it moving more in a straight line as if it were like flying over?
The device is not that accurate that you would really be able to tell that. The pass is only like maybe a mile wide, so it's hard to say. But I mean, if you sat there long enough, you could probably figure it out. But just looking at it once or for 5 minutes, you won't be able to. Because you'd have to track in different directions and move to different spots, then you can figure it out. So if you want to do that, you can. But before you do that, so what you end up at the trailhead is essentially a large area of tent setup with traders. You see a lot of these kind of very, very tall, the shortest one being like maybe just under 7 feet tall, tallest being maybe close to 9 feet. But average, human width people. So in other words, they look very skinny because they're so tall. Their skin is almost, as you look at it, it's almost like almost translucent looking. You can almost see through it. It's like very, very, very pale, and they are the pale men. And they look like they're looking over stuff as people are bringing it to them, and they are paying them in small, what would appear to be like little jewels. Yeah. They have what looks to be a bit of higher technology on them. Like you notice that a couple of them have, devices that they pull out on occasion to check things that look like they could be some kind of a computer, although much different than a computer you've ever seen, but you get that feeling that it's a computer by the way they use it. And they use things like, little like magnifying glasses and stuff to look at things. So they definitely seem to be more high tech than anybody you've seen so far. And they are looking over a variety of different things people are bringing, from various animals to certain kinds of, looks like stones or even some, like stones or metal or whatever that could be found maybe in the wastelands, and then all the way to bodies. Like there's a guy he's like the body guy, and you see people selling to him various bodies.
Do we see anybody with any the greens he was talking about?
Yeah, there's some greens here. If you look, and the green men they're maybe, at least the ones that you see, there's something like maybe 5'5", 5'6", so kind of on the shorter side for a human, but they're like about twice as wide as you would think that a human would normally be. Like they're like square, basically. They're so huge. They're very muscular. And they are basically the ones you see. They're dressed in kind of like what you might consider like almost like gladiatorial armor. Like they're basically mostly naked, but they have like pieces of like carapace and stuff turned into armor on their bodies. The ones you see anyways. You only see maybe about 3 green men. They're not that common in this market. Anyways, the kid tells you if you ask him. Blues are also uncommon. You usually have to get a straggler, but he probably tells you this as you're walking. He says, they oftentimes will kill each other. That's the best way to get one. You just don't want to get caught when you're spying on them because, as mentioned, you don't want to be caught by a blue. Definitely don't.
Oh. Well, luckily we were not caught by any of those blue people in the caravan.
Yes, no, definitely not. You just gave them one of your people, I guess.
It's called a sacrifice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Someone?
What'd you say?
Said you gave him somebody?
No.
Okay.
She went willingly, sort of.
Ah. One of those kind of cases, huh?
Well, let's just put it this way. She had a smart idea that diplomacy would work, and it did not.
Well, I guess that's why they gave us guns, too.
Mather
Yes,
is very conspicuously checking and rechecking all her equipment.
Okay. So he also tells you that you really need to be careful around what they call the primaries, the red, the blue, and the green men. They're the dangerous ones. Everybody else is very civilized, as you can see. We sell, we buy, we trade. You know, and if we, you just have to haggle. Like I'm not going to just sell this body to this one guy, right? Maybe I'll chop an arm off and sell it to one guy, and then a leg somewhere else. You make more money that way. You don't want to just give the whole body up. The sum of the parts is worth more than the whole.
I thought you said they were
That's
magicians
sturdy.
here that would take care of our friend and make her better.
Oh, well, no, better. Well, I mean, some people think that it's better to give your
Kid.
body to science.
What kind of magic do they do on these people then if they don't heal?
Well, I mean, I've seen them make a multicolored man. He had 4 arms, 6 legs. It was pretty awesome, actually, I must say.
Oh,
So that's kind of like healing.
sounds pretty
Although he
awesome.
went mad and killed some people. But then that was more bodies for us.
Right. And I look over at the others and like, have you guys ever read that really old, like hundreds of years old book, Dr. Frankenstein? I think we might be experiencing something like that here.
All I know is I'm not going to eat the stew.
Well, I'll say we get refreshments and refill our water and continue on our journey.
I think I heard of that Frankenstein before. It's from this really old song about like sweet cherry pie or something. It's hard to remember right now. He rubs his head some more.
How do we know we can even eat? I mean, would we know
What-
that the food is edible on this planet, Daniel? From our investigations?
I mean, you don't really know because you were sent here to investigate. So what do you think? You guys are the investigators.
Okay.
Well, I'm sure Mallory can probably scan it
Yeah.
on her
I
scanner.
think I'm eating the power bar out of my backpack.
Yeah, I mean, you
Yeah,
could
we
probably make some kind of a check. I mean, you guys are survivalists, so but you don't have any data on that.
Yeah, if we only
he
had
does
a
ask-
doctor.
The orange boy does ask, where are you going? Because you said your journey. Says where are you journeying to? Because the sea is that way, and he points like back towards where you guys came, basically.
Well, you mentioned the mountains, so I think we're going to go up in the mountains and look around first.
Oh, you could probably get a caravan from here with the Pale Men when they go back to the Dome City.
No, that's okay. We'll probably be okay on our own.
The Zone City? Is that what you
Dome.
said? The Dome City. What's
Yeah.
the Dome City?
There's a city and it has domes.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask the boy, the homing beacon's still pretty much showing me that the ship is going through the mountain pass, right?
It's getting further away.
We saw smoke. I'm gonna ask the boy, has anything fallen from the sky recently?
Oh yeah. I don't know what it was though because the Pale Men took it really quickly.
So
I think
the
they
Pale
brought it to
Man.
the-
Oh.
Was it
Yeah,
large or
well, I think so. They flew by with it. They have those sleds that fly, flying sleds. We call them the flying sleds. It's a pretty original name.
Yes, I admire your originality. How many sleds did it take for them to move this object?
Oh, I've heard this one. Hold on. No, I don't. It's a good question. I think that there was 4 of them, but I didn't get a really good look because the thing about the pale men is that when they go out by themselves to collect stuff, you don't want to be collected. If you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. And they took this object into the past towards the dome city.
Well, that's usually what they do. Yeah, I saw them go past with the sleds. To be honest, I was actually heading towards that smoke up there when I ran into you guys.
Say
But-
pale men. When you say pale, they're pale like like Mulaney here.
He points at one. Them. The tall guys, the pale skin, you can almost see through. Those are the pale men. I know sometimes it's hard, but we try to keep all the names as simple as possible. So
Don't mind him. He had a bump on the head, so he's a little bit fiddly right now.
Yeah, only you by the sea. You are. We just call you all seamen. But I'm an orange. And that's a pale man, and we're selling a blue.
I think we need to get going because I'm guessing we probably want to get to our ship before it gets to the domed city.
Your ship is going to go to the Dome City? I thought it was in the sea. Isn't that where seamen keep their ships?
Oh, yeah. Part of our caravan that got lost is probably going up to the domed city right now.
Oh,
Is there a faster way to get there than just on foot?
well, if you take a caravan, it's faster because they fly you on the platforms.
How
But
much
you gotta
does
pay
it
for it.
cost?
Well, let's see. Let's see what we can get for this blue. Well, hold on. I don't know if I can afford that. What else can you give me? We can trade it. I'm a great haggler. Maybe, and he kind of looks at the glorious body. I mean, seamen, there's not a lot of seamen around here. We could probably get something for that.
Mallory shows complete disgust by it, but she kind of takes a couple steps backwards.
Aiden is still holding the body, so probably kind of like just tighter.
Well, you helped him with the blue body, actually, which he now has, of course.
I thought Sig was helping with the blue body. I was helping Mallory.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. I was confused. All right, so
because some of us are gentlemen.
So
I
you were in
am no
communications,
man.
huh?
Gentle or otherwise. I look at Mallory and I say, if we get this to our ship, we might have to give up Gloria.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. So, can we just make it quick? Can we just,
yeah, I'll take care of everything. You wait over here. Here. He pulls out a couple of little gems. He says, take these and go over there to that booth. They have the best stew. And I'll meet you over there.
Oh, I think I want to come see how good of a haggler you are.
Oh, I'm very good.
Maybe I'll learn something from you. I'm not gonna let this guy go off with our only currency.
I could probably teach you something.
Okay. I'll go with him to haggle. If that's okay.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't care. He likes having you with him. So he'll throw both bodies on that sled that he has, and he starts dragging them over to the pale men, to negotiate for some gems to travel across. Yeah, and he does. I mean, I'm not gonna talk to myself and haggle myself. So,
No, that's fine. I just wanted to make sure.
I wanna
we're
see
not
that.
trying-
Be like,
Please do that.
You're not gonna do like Yang. Yang would be like, yeah, he goes up there and he's like, hey, Jeff, and Jeff is like, hey, Don.
no, I'm 100%
No, I
not.
just
But I
wanted to
did,
make sure he
I did-
wasn't
I
trying
did-
to run off with our money. It's all.
Oh, no. He actually gets up there and he does a damn good job. I just rolled and he got a 20. So yeah, he actually gets. He's very happy. I mean, he doesn't seem like he's happy. He's like arguing and yelling at the guy. No, you're trying to rip me off, blah blah. And in the end, he gets these 2 like little bags of gems, And as you're walking away, he says, "Oh, that was about twice as much as I thought we were going to get." So and he hands you one bag, and he says that should easily get you guys to the other side. But now that I have all this money, maybe I should go to the Dome City too. You could hire me as a guide. I know this whole area.
Well, I can't make that decision on my own, but certainly I can tell the
But it
others
seems
what a
like
good.
you're in charge. Clearly, a strong woman like you. It seems like you would be in charge. The rest are following you everywhere. Can't you see that?
I guess I probably am in charge.
Yes, you are.
Oh, all right. You can be our guide.
Excellent.
And you are an excellent haggler. And she'll lean down and kiss him on the forehead.
Aha, thank you. Let's have some stew. And he goes over to that booth.
Yeah, all this
they-
time, Sig's been over at the stew booth eating while they're doing that.
Okay. Yeah, so the booth is they've got like it's mostly vegetable stuff like potatoes and stuff and leeks. It's very delicious actually. And yeah, he gets over and he says, "Yeah, you don't want to eat at the booth over there that sells meat because you never know what kind of meat they're going to put in these things. I'll tell you, you want to stick with the veggie soup over here."
I go over to
Excellent.
Sig and oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say, he's offered to guide us. He thinks I'm in charge, but as you know, I wouldn't make a decision without your input.
Well, I think we do need him to guide us. He seems to know the area pretty well. And yes, continue to present yourself as our leader or whatever. And let's see if he can help us get to where we need to go.
Affirmative. Is the stew? I guess the stew is edible. Then, hey, Sig.
It's delicious. And you see, she's really eating it up.
Yep. You guys say something, Crystal?
Yeah. When he hears them talking about this, he knows how much the guy, like, he knows that the guy said he managed to get like more for the body and stuff, right?
No,
Okay.
you weren't there because he only said that to Melantia, unless she tells you that. But I mean,
Aiden will say, yeah, Aiden will say, yeah, we do need someone to guide us. Like, I mean, how much currency did he manage to get?
I would show him the bag discreetly. I don't know anything about this planet. There could be orange thieves everywhere. So discreetly, show him the bag. I don't know if this is a lot, but he seems to think it is.
All right. Well, if he seems to think that's a lot, let's see. All right. Aiden wants to try to like I actually wrote down that he's a profiteer because even though he's like a soldier, I have like a -1 to body. So, Aiden wants to try to like maybe go where maybe it looks like there's kind of like a small group of people. He wants to see if he can try to talk to someone to see how much a traveler like costs. He wants to try and act like he knows what he's talking about and wants to see like how much someone costs so that their guide can't like charge them too much because he feels like he would.
you're gonna ask to hire somebody as a guide to see what they would ask you, or how much it would cost.
Yes.
Is that what you're saying? Okay.
Yes.
Just a random person.
Like, I mean, I don't know how well I could tell. Like I said, I wrote down I'm a profiteer. So assuming this is a space tavern kind of thing, I might be able to kind of tell. But then again, this is a new world. So I'll let you decide.
Make a mind roll.
Okay. Nat 20.
Yeah, I mean, you're looking around, and you can actually see that over by where it looks like the head of the trail is. You see, some people just kind of who look like travel ready people, backpacks on and stuff like that, as opposed to just being civilians that are hanging out, kind of gathered near the trailhead. That look like they might be some kind of guides. And,
Yeah. Yeah, Aiden will approach them, kind of like, "Hey there."
Hello.
Uh,
You're not going to travel the
I,
trail alone, are you? It's very dangerous. You don't even think you have a weapon.
It's funny you should say that. I was actually thinking about heading to the Dome City. Know where I could find a guide and how much it would cost?
Oh, just for you?
I have a couple of friends.
With a couple? So two?
Three.
Three total? So four total.
Three, and then
So
myself.
there's
Yes.
several of you.
Sure.
Okay. Because, I mean, the big difference between one, a couple, and several.
All right, fair enough. Four total. How much would it take for someone to guide us there? Four total.
So you want protection, because you clearly don't look like you can defend yourself. You don't have any weapons.
I think I could defend myself all right. It looks like and everything, right?
There's a lot of wild animals. So, let me see. Four of you. You just want to get to the Dome City?
Right.
On foot?
So far, that's the plan.
Okay. 50 joules.
50
And then
wow.
20 more when we get there, so I can get myself back.
Ooh. That's a heck of a deal. It's a heck of a deal.
So you agree to it?
Well, I really should run it by the rest of my group. I'll get back to you.
So you wasted my time.
If that's the way you choose to see it.
He spits on the ground.
Cool. Aiden walks away.
Okay. He says some words in the language that you don't really understand. But you get the general meaning of it. Yeah.
All right. Aiden will find his friends and join them for vegetable soup.
Okay. Yeah, it's delicious. Cool. So yeah, did you want to by the way, I don't think I told you the orange guy's name. Yet if I did, I forgot what it was, so I made up a new one. His name is Wandar.
Wandar?
So Wandar is I mean, he thinks you hired him, so he's basically he goes back and he says, "Okay, so I got us passage on a caravan. It doesn't leave till tomorrow morning though. 20 joules each, and we'll get across, no problem. I mean, of course you have to pay for it.
20 joules each?
20 joules
Yeah.
each. Huh.
Yeah, 20. That basically gets us on. I mean, if you want anything extra, like you want to get a hot dog or something, or any
What about this?
Well,
What
you
if
said
we were to
not to
pay
eat the
you-
meat, though.
What
No,
if
you
we
don't
were to pay? What if we were to pay you 40 up front and 20 when we arrive?
Well, you're not paying me. You're paying the bellman. That's what they're charging.
We have to pay for the use of a sled, right?
Right. They're going to take us on the sled. That's what it costs for the sled. Yeah.
Just
I mean,
just give
But there is the matter of paying me though. So 40 up front sounds great for me. That's a very good offer. I appreciate you. You seem in a great. I like you. He sits down and he says, I'll have some more soup then. More soup.
Oh, you see Melantha kind of just, oh, Aiden. And
to be fair, I kind of have a concussion, not operating at my full peak proficiency right now.
yes, oh, yeah, I guess.
So just,
Okay.
so just you know, you got about 200 joules from your bag.
Okay. And just to check in, where's the ship?
The ship has stopped.
That,
Um,
okay.
and it is. I mean, you would, based on what you understand, it's probably at the other end of probably at the Dome City or somewhere
Probably
in the
at the
vicinity.
Dome City. Alrighty. So we probably could afford to wait until morning to go on the sled if it's not moving anymore.
Well, it would be the fastest way to get there, I would think.
Yeah, the
And
sled will only take a couple of hours, he tells you, whereas if you went on foot, it's a 2-day journey.
oh yeah, we have to use the sled because
Yeah.
if we wait 2 days, the ship could be dismantled by the time we get there. Who knows what these pale men do? So
Oh, the
sled
Pale
it
Men have
is.
your ship. Hold on, your ship's here? I'm confused.
Oh, don't worry. These are just metaphors. I'm just talking in metaphors. It's just something that we seamen do a lot.
Yeah, you seem in a weird. See, we always say exactly what's going on.
Yeah, no, we use a lot of metaphor as seamen.
Hmm. Yeah. Well, I haven't seen much seaman, so he's human. So it's new to me. In any case, we'll have to get some rooms. You know, they're usually, I could probably get you a place for about 5 gems each.
Well, we do need a place to stay if we're going to have to wait until the morning.
Mm-hmm.
5 gems each. Are you kidding me? Aiden's gonna say in an exasperated way, as if to say he knows that he's getting ripped off.
I mean, would you rather stay in the hovel? I mean, you look very well healed. I wouldn't insult you by recommending a hovel or a dump. You when you stay at the finest places. Clearly, look at you.
Just
I can't
give
leave
the-
anything tonight.
Just give the young man whatever he asks for. We're not here to make money. We're trying to get home.
Yeah, but I mean, like having more money later could help us out.
I mean, you can sleep under the stars if you want. Although I've heard it makes you mad.
Jules.
Well, I'm going to stay in the nice hotel.
Okay. Excellent. I mean, we could cut costs if you want to just get one room.
Oh, you want to share a room with me? I mean, we haven't known each other all that long, but you know, when in
I mean-
Rome, right?
I mean, I was talking to the lady, but I mean, maybe that'll cost you 5 more joules.
Personally, I think it would cost you 5 more joules.
You're very clever. And he walks away. Yeah, so he brings you to a place which is actually very nice. It's a very nice, like inn type place where you get nice rooms they're well appointed. Because even though this is all places all made of this like mud brick, inside they basically line the walls with fabric and they have rugs on the ground and stuff. So it's all very comfortable when you're inside. You know, and they've got an area where you can bathe and stuff. You know, if you want, get yourself whatever you want and eat, drink, whatever you need to do, and rest. And if there's nothing else you want to do, we can just to the morning.
There's something I do want to try and do. This is probably super dumb, but we've never got to do it yet. So I'm gonna go ahead and step into the new abyss. As we're walking around and stuff, if Aiden sees any loose jewel bags, he wants to attempt to procure it for his team.
You want to pick a pocket?
Yes, and it says that I have a +3 to steal.
Yeah, go for it.
All right. Oh, 13 + 3 is 16.
All right, that's enough. The question is, what's in the pocket? Let's see. These things seem too big to be in the space pocket. Okay, hold on. I'm looking at my lists here. Okay, that's not going to work. All right, I'll do my fallback. What's on the body chart? I'm gonna go to it. Find something good. I won't do the what's on the smoldering, the festering, moldy body because they're not good. Okay, here's what's on the body. Roll a D. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I was D12. 2D12 actually.
Oh yeah, I love D12s. They never get to get used. 7.
7, and then the second one.
Oh, I get to do 2 D12s.
Well, yeah, because it's like a chart.
3.
1, 2, 3. Oh, interesting. Okay, so you procure a very, very small, like a locket, and it's made of some kind of precious metal, probably silver is your best bet, possibly electrum. And when you kind of open it up, you see that there's a picture of a child inside, it's not really a photograph, it's just a very well done drawing.
Okay.
So it's value.
All right.
It's an alien child.
Yeah, what color are they?
Yeah, that's a good question. Let me go to my what color are they chart. Probably could do that. So forth. So I'm gonna say that they are red.
Oh, one of the savages. Huh, interesting. Okay, yeah. He'll close that, lock it up, and just put it down in one of his, pocket uniform things, whatever. He's carrying his stuff around in for now.
Yeah, because even the most vicious animals always look cute when they're puppies. So it's a red alien guy, but he's
yeah. So he'll put that, lock it away for now.
oh, cool. Yeah, you got yourself a little. You stole somebody's probably only picture of their child. That's good. I feel good about yourself.
He does.
It is a hateful place, so Oh yeah, so you guys rest, and it's a really good night's rest. It's a good place to stay. In the morning, Wandar kind of knocks on your doors, and he's like, "Okay, we got to jump on the sled. I got it all set." I'm assuming you gave him the bag of money so he could do everything. If
Yeah.
not, yeah. So he goes and
Enough
paid
money
the-
to do what he needs to do anyway.
yeah, he pays them, and he says, yeah, like I said, there's hot dogs and stuff on the ride, but I don't recommend eating meat around here. And then he gets on with you guys. And essentially, what it is it almost looks like just a platform. Like, have you ever seen like one of those scaffold platforms that goes up and down mechanically? And you get on the thing, and it kind of like mechanically rises up like a scissor, basically. And then there's like a moment where everybody you see people do it, so you probably do it. Everybody just kind of grabs the railing on the side, and then it detaches itself and it floats up about maybe a few feet, and then it just starts moving at a pretty alarmingly fast rate. Your hair is blowing that it's moving as quick as it is, and you're basically just on this platform. And yeah, you shoot through the mountain pass. You can see that if you were walking, it would be very narrow. There's lots of down and up and around and things to cross, and you're just kind of making a quick work of it, right between all the mountains. And it doesn't take very long. It takes about 2 hours, as it's like the Acela train. And you end up on the side of the map.
Does on our trip, does the beacon deal, has it changed any, or is it still stationary?
Yeah, if you check the beacon, it is still stationary. Yeah, 100%. Yep. And you're getting closer to it. It's where it was.
Go in the right direction, Sig.
So essentially, when you get to the other side, what you see is kind of, you could almost say a mirror image of what you saw on the other side, just based on layout. Except instead of everything being ziggurats, it's all domes. So on the outskirts, there's lots of little tiny domes. And then in the center, there's like a huge dome that has lots of little domes all over it, kind of set up. And again, right at the the when you first get off the sled, there's basically like a tent city set up where people are doing trading and stuff. And you see the main difference here is instead of seeing so many orange men kind of primarily being there, you see lots and lots and lots of pale men. And actually you see orange men actually doing trading. Like it's almost like they switch positions here. So yeah, you get off the thing, and you send your beacon, from what you can tell, is somewhere beyond the city, like not that giant dome in the middle, but more in the outskirts is where it's coming from. Because like you can see that in front of you, maybe like half a kilometer away, and where you need to go is about 2 kilometers. So you know it's past that.
Wander, we don't want to offend or draw undue attention. What's the best way to get through the city?
I mean, I could guide you through the city. I'm an excellent guide. I've been here many times. You know that a dome is just basically a bowl turned on its side. Well, upside down, technically.
True.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
we
where
have
we
to get to the other side.
Oh, well, the best way to get anywhere in the Dome City is to walk. They've got these, and they kind of points, and there's like these wagons that are being pulled by what appear to be very small goats. But you can actually see that it's like people that are sitting in these wagons getting pulled by the goats are moving maybe like half as the speed of everybody who's just walking. He says, you know, people that are lazy or whatever, they take the goat buses, but really they don't get you there very fast. Plus, who wants to be behind a bunch of tiny goats all day?
You can imagine it wouldn't smell very good.
No, not really.
I look over at Sig and like, shall we walk?
Yes, lead the way, little man.
So where are we going? Just across to the other side of the city?
And I will
Never made the beacon to him, right? So he doesn't know anything about that.
no, yeah. Yeah, we want to go past the big dome there, to kind of see what's on the other side.
How'd you know the name? Did you read that somewhere? Big Dome?
No, I thought that with you being a very literal people, as you told me that you are, that's what you'd call it.
Ah, nice. You'll fit right in. And yeah, he leads you around. You skirt it. There's again lots of what you would imagine in a city. You know, you see lots of what would appear to be shops. They're all domes with kind of like little archways cut in them where people come in and out of them. These seem to be made out of some kind of material that, I mean, you're space people, so you probably know. It's like they're made out of plastic. You like plexiglass, like thick plastic. And as you're looking at them closer, they're more of those. Of course, another word's going to slip my mind. Those domes that are like all the hexes put together. They're basically assembled like that, so they're not solid pieces. Even though maybe you would have thought that when you first saw them from a distance.
Geo.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so basically they're all that. So and you see lots and lots of pale people, and even the children are quite tall, but they're just like extra skinny. And yeah, when you go through it, nobody bothers you in the town. And you get past the big dome, and you can see out further past where you think the signal's coming from. You see a lot of these smaller domes, and you see basically what appears to be some kind of like fenced-in area. And there's lots of these like large sleds that you like the sled you took, except much larger, just kind of like hovering in the fenced-in area. And inside that fenced-in area, besides that, there's another big dome. It's actually even bigger.
Is that
You
where
just
the
couldn't see
homing
it from
beacon
this.
is pointing us?
Yeah, you would think so. Yeah.
Wonder what's that bigger dome?
Yeah, that's the really big dome. That's where the magicians do their magic. And they make things fly.
Ah,
Like how we flew here.
have you ever been in there?
No, they don't let anybody in there but pales. Well, unless you're dead. Dead people go in there because they,
They do the
like that
magic.
blue is probably in there, and your friend is in there.
who do we need to talk to about us going in there? I mean, if you cannot go in there, maybe they would let us go in there. We need to speak to them about the matter.
Oh, well, you could definitely ask if you want. There's a, you could ask them over there. And then you see there's like an opening in the gate. There's guards there if you want to ask them. He says,
Mallory, I believe probably you and Melantha would be the best to try to do that.
Okay.
I'm going to stay back here and get some of this street vendor's food here. And he gets a bowl of something.
I'll go with you, Mallory, but you do the talking.
You want me to do the talking? You don't want me to do the talking. I mean, why do you want me to do the talking? I'm not good at talking.
All right, I'll talk.
Well, I mean, I could try it if you want, but I mean, I'm just not going to be good at it.
Well, let's go up there anyway.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. So you approach and you see that there's a couple of these pale men kind of standing guard, I guess, for lack of a better word. You can see that on their hips they have what appear to be like almost like pistols, but the barrel of them is like 2 feet long. So like really long pistols, but super, super skinny, almost like drinking straw skinny, with a ball at the end. But you can tell the shape of it is like a pistol. And as you approach, they look at you and they say, "This is a restricted area."
Well, we would like to get. I'm going to do the talking, right?
Go ahead.
Okay. We would like to just go inside for a little bit. We have some friends that are working inside.
Oh. Well, I mean, there is one way you could go inside.
Yeah, how's that?
You could donate your body to science.
Well, what goes on in there? I thought this was where you work with vehicles and that.
Well, it is, but it's magic.
Oh.
You wouldn't understand. What are you? Seaman?
I see. Yes, I am a seaman. And this is my other friend who's a seaman. And we like to see people. That's part of being a seaman. We see people. So can we go see the magicians?
Oh, you make a great case. See, I always thought it was C with that. They look at each other. You know what? Let's call a manager. Yeah, one of them goes inside like a little booth that's there, and he picks up what appears to be some kind of communication device. And then you see a very small sled come out of the big building, the even bigger dome. And sitting on it is a very, very, very tall and very, very pale man. And he comes up and he says, "We've gotten some information here that seems a little strange to me, but as scientists, we must, investigate all things. Are you telling me that Seaman is C, not C?"
Yes, C, not C. The other C. C?
Huh. C. I do. This is very, very interesting. We're going to have a council about this.
Well, how about if we just help you out a little bit more before the council? That way, when you go in, you're well informed.
Well, that would be very generous of you.
Because they're magicians, right? You're not a magician, right?
Well, we are doctors of magic.
Oh, you're doctors of magic.
Right. I have it hanging on my wall. You can see the little plaque and everything.
Well, I'm kind of a doctor of magic too. It's just, I bet you our magic is different.
Maybe. What kind of magic do the seamen do?
Well, I just can't. A magician doesn't show all his tricks, right?
No, that's true.
So why don't we go inside and we'll look together? And Mallory just kind of looks at Melantha,
What do
raises
you
her eyebrows a bit.
are you saying if I show you mine, you'll show me yours?
Yes,
I can show you. Yes.
I will see and you will see what I see. And we will both see. And you could be a seaman too,
Well, I think
if you
it's more
want to.
that, like an honorary seaman.
Yes.
'Cause clearly, I'm a pale man.
Yes, I forgot that. I got carried away. I'm sorry. I'm a seaman. I see things and it excites me. Can we go see now?
You know, yeah, I think we can.
Excellent. I would like to bring some friends. They're also seamen.
Oh, friends.
Well, seamen.
I think at this point,
Magicians.
we could call over Sig and Aiden and
I don't see any seamen besides you.
What?
I just see two. 1, 2 seamen.
Yes. Okay. Here. And I'm looking around for Sig and Aiden. I'm trying to see them too. And then we could see them together. Isn't this exciting? I love seeing things together.
I knew I was right to have you do the talking.
I'm not so sure that this is as exciting as being a pale man, but I'm intrigued.
We shall see, won't we? That was a pun. Do you get puns?
No, they're literal.
No, we are literal people.
Oh, okay. Where is Sig and Aiden?
Okay. Meanwhile, oh, I'm sorry. Like, can we see them or?
I guess.
I didn't mean to.
I mean, I'm
Meanwhile,
assuming
like,
that you.
Meanwhile, it shows Sig and Aiden is like kind of trying to flirt with Sig. Like, I heard that you once managed to hit a bullseye from like, what was it, 30 meters on the range? Yeah, man, that's super impressive. You and I should go shooting sometime.
Well, of course, my stories, I guess, are told far and wide. But if we ever get off this weird planet, sure we can. And she'll look up and see Mallory turn and look and go, it looks like they're waiting for us now. I hope it worked out okay. And Sig will start walking slowly up to where Mallory and Mel are.
Oh, they didn't. I'm sure they gave us these guns for a reason. And Aiden will follow Sig.
See, and here are two more seamen. See?
Sometimes
Now
I'm given
there's
it could be
4.
too much seamen. It's already against protocol to let any of you in here.
Okay, how about
Are there any more surprises here?
no? Well, you find this surprising? As seamen always come together in large groups.
Did Wonder wander up?
Yeah, Wander is like off on the side.
Oh my
eating
gosh.
Ah,
I'm
I
hating
see.
you, Daniel. I'm hating you so much.
you make a good point. I have heard. Yes. Okay. This is true. Yes. All right. That's true. I've heard that. All right. I will let the seaman in. Come board my sled.
Oh gosh.
I can't even talk right now.
Well, you did a great job, Mallory. You did a great
So you-
job.
I did.
You waved your hands.
Would
You waved
Gloria
your
be? So suddenly have to go find some antiseptic. Would Gloria be proud?
She would have been. You know an awful lot about seamen.
Well,
I tried. I really tried.
this is a serious game. So
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
so they let you on the sled. Assuming everybody's coming onto the
Oh,
sled.
Yeah, we have to
Yeah.
get to the ship. Yep.
All right. Yeah. So he gets on the sled, and it's just basically a platform that's floating on the ground. It's not apparent exactly how he drives it at first, but I suppose, especially with an engineer, you see that it's basically controlled by foot pedals. So he just walks to the front of it and kind of puts his foot in like this spot, and he's kind of like adjusting his feet, and yeah, he basically drives this sled back to the bigger dome. And when you get in there, you see that there's lots and lots of smaller domes inside the bigger dome. And they seem to be like, some of them are like stacked up in like piles. And you can see that there's lots of kind of engineering and machinery that's, doing various functions. And let's see, do you see? And you see your ship. It's up in the air currently. There's two domes. One is, it's almost like a globe, basically. There's one above and one below, and they're kind of floating in the air, and your ship's like hovering in the middle of the two, almost like some kind of weird gravity thingy. And they are about 20 meters up.
And I'll say to the pale man, what is that?
Where's what?
I point to the ship.
that structure, that craft.
Oh, this is something that we recovered from the wastelands.
Was there any people that looked like us inside?
Was there any semen inside? I don't. That's a good question. Why would you ask? Is this the type of boat that you sail? Because it would be strange for it to be in the wastelands.
Well, that's why I'd need to see it. Because it shouldn't be in the wastelands.
Right.
It'd be great if we could get the ID number from that and report it missing to other seamen.
Well, I don't think that information from here should be reported outside. Once something is acquired in the wastelands, it belongs to whoever brings it into the town. It doesn't matter if it was the property of the seaman before. If you're allegedly the property of the seaman.
No, well, that's okay. Could I just see it for my own inquisitive nature?
Right. You can't see it from here.
Well, I'd like to see the details inside. I mean, you're a manager. You must be detailed oriented, right? You understand all the rules that are involved in seeing.
You understand. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Go ahead. Say it.
Mallory is just cringing.
Aiden's going to say, you understand that if that is our kind of ship, we could show you how to sell it.
Why would we sell a ship? Who would buy it? We do not sell, we buy. We create.
What if we could show
They're
you
trying
how
to
it
sell it?
works? Help you with your science.
Yes, that's what
Magic.
We are the
how it
greatest magicians.
Magic, yeah.
We do not need help from seamen.
No, you don't need our help, but
You're to insult me.
no.
No.
We want you to understand our magic, just like we're trying to understand your magic. Although your magic is so incredible, we probably won't be able to understand it with our feeble minds. But maybe we can help you understand and see what we see.
I don't think that's going to be allowed. Plus,
How
you
far-
haven't shown me anything yet.
How far away is the ship?
About 20 meters.
Hey, Sig, do you want to show him anything?
She
This might,
will.
this might be the appropriate time.
She will reach in her pocket and pull out like this fancy sci-fi ladder, and push the button on it where the flame comes up, and she says, "This is all I got. That's magic."
Oh. He kind of looks at it inquisitively. Nice. Lighter.
Mallory just sighs and goes, "Okay, I'm just going to do what Gloria would do." Takes out the pistol and shoots him.
He's like, does it work in the winds at sea? What? All right, go ahead, make a roll initiative. Oh my, you got a one. He definitely was interested in the lighter.
That's a 6.
All right, so you shoot him. Go for it.
That's a 2.
You're trying to
Okay.
jump on the footage.
She's so nervous about it, she even bumbles that.
Oh, God.
Yeah, the pistol kind of squirts between her fingers, and
I can't believe I ever crewed with you. And I will grab Sig and I will cast anti-gravity and turn on my jetpack and try to wing us at the ship.
Oh my God. All right, awesome. Well, if you do anti-gravity, you probably can just jump.
Okay, yeah. But I got some rolls to make first to make sure I don't crush all of us.
Yeah, you have to make sure you don't kill everybody.
Yeah. 1 and 6. Oh, 4.
Okay, good. So you don't. Yeah, so you could 20 meters. You could probably jump that. I mean, the jetpack will definitely help if you want to use it, but if you,
Yeah,
you
but I
won't
would
have to
grab
roll
Sig.
a body. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. She also immediately becomes super light when you grab her, and with the jetpack, you can definitely 20 meters with the jetpack is yeah. Okay, yeah. So Sig, you're being brought up in the air. You're very lightweight.
Yeah, that catches her off guard. She didn't expect that, so she's not going to do anything right now. Then
Okay.
Well,
How
I'm
about-
sorry, I
how
can
about
only
Aiden
take
on the
one.
ground?
Aiden's gonna go, well, shit. Plan B it is, I guess. And then he just like cocks his laser gun, as you would do.
Okay. Do you want to shoot this guy, or are you just like getting ready?
Oh, okay. He's still alive?
He didn't get hit at all.
Oh,
he's still perplexed.
What's
Hey,
happened
I'm
so far?
showing him
is
my
that-
magic.
it's
I'm
dropped
showing him the
himself.
magic.
okay. He didn't get hit at all. Oh, okay. Well,
Nope.
then never mind. He's just gonna kind of look at them like, he kind of looks at the pale guy, and then he just kind of shrugs.
Okay. So the pale guy yells, "Kill the invading seaman!" And he's going to try to shoot. He draws his long ass pistol. It's like and he's going to try to shoot at
Mallory.
Mallory. Yes, sorry. Oh, you also get the 2.
Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah, and you see other people start to shuffle on the ground, but nobody else can really get. They weren't expecting, this. So, yeah, you see guards coming, but that's the end of the round 1. So let's go into round 2. I guess we'll see what's happening. You guys get on top of the ship, and we'll talk about that when you get up there.
Okay.
Roll initiative again, Mike. God, they rolled a 1.
That's a 4.
All right, go first.
She's going to grab the little needle barrel and just twist up on it.
Break it. Okay, you can do that. Make a body.
We'll see what torque does to this. Oh, there we go. 15.
Good. All right, yeah, you grab it, and it's like it basically. It's actually made out of some kind of very, 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 very thin, I won't say plastic. That's not the word for it. Like terracotta. And
okay.
Smash it. Yeah. So it is like plastic. Yeah. So you just break it. It's made out of rock or stone or whatever you want to call it. I will think of what that word is after the game's over. But it's basically terracotta. Yeah, you smash it, you break the gun. Um, I'll do the ground first. Alden, Aiden, what you want to do? You see guys scrambling
all right.
with their long guns.
He shot at our friends now, so Aiden will definitely try and shoot this guy now. Pull the rifle up and try and shoot him. That's a body roll, right? 16 minus.
Yeah.
Huh?
It's AR, so whatever you. I think if you're a profiteer, you don't get anything bonus for it. You just
Oh, okay, okay. So it's
You just get your
16,
body.
so that succeeds.
Yeah, you would just use your body. You won't
Yeah.
get any other bonuses.
Oh, it is my body? Okay, so it's a 15, but that still succeeds, right?
A 15 is success. Yep.
Okay,
So hold on. Okay, he rolls 13, so he does not successfully dodge it. So go ahead.
31 damage.
Well, that's a hell of a shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, he staggers back. Not dead though.
9, 10, 3, 9.
Yeah, he staggers back with his broken weapon.
Yeah, so he just pulls his rifle up, one to the chest.
Okay.
I
And
that'll be enough.
the pale man that's standing next to Mallory, you just broke it off, and now it has a jagged edge. He tries to jam it through you, and he rolls a 1.
Oh, jeez.
So he does not jam it through you.
That kind of game.
Oh, no, hold on. And also, well, whatever, that still happens. Up on top. So you guys get to the top of the ship. You get on top of it. You know, I guess you're trying to get inside. I mean, you have 20 seconds or whatever on the jetpack. So you have access cards or whatever. I'm gonna say it's gonna take a minute to get inside the ship. It's only a small ship, but you have to access it, you know.
Yep,
It's not
that's what I
open.
would try to do though, is get inside. I don't know what
Yeah.
Sig wants to do, but
Oh yeah, SIG would be like, we've got to get inside and set off the signal, the distress signal.
Sounds good to me. So you do that. There are one guard has showed up so far, and he sees the laser blast from Aiden. He's gonna try to shoot you with his gun, and misses terribly. As we go into round 3, so Mike on initiative. 4 for them.
That is 5.
Okay, you go first.
Yeah.
So he's trying to jam you with his broken terracotta gun, but it doesn't work.
Well, I'm going to duck.
Well, I mean, you can attack that.
I'm not. This isn't. I'm supposed to fix things. This is just totally frustrating. A 7 on my ducking.
Okay, you try to hit the ground. All right, very good. How about Aiden? This guy's bleeding, but you just saw another shot come off from the side from somebody with a long gun.
Yeah, Aiden shot this guy where he thought the heart should be, and it didn't seem to kill him. So he pulls his rifle up towards where he thinks the brain should be, and pulls the trigger. But a 7 misses. He pulls it up too fast.
Okay, yeah. This guy actually steps on puts his foot down hard on the pedal, and the thing starts to take off. So both of you guys make a body roll to not be thrown into the ground. Well, you're gonna get thrown into the ground, but to land and not get smashed.
9. I got smashed.
Okay, yeah.
Likewise smashed.
Okay. All right. So for being smashed on the ground, that's 16 damage. As your head smashed against the ground, and this guy takes off. Up top, you guys are getting inside the ship. There's 2 more guys that are shooting now. They're going to shoot up at you as you're trying to get in the ship, so they'll only get 1 shot at you before you get inside, probably. So they're going to take an aim at you first. Misses. And misses. All right, so shots off the ship as you guys open the door and get inside. Inside the ship, you can smell a little bit of death. Like you can tell that there's at least 1 dead body in here. It's not particularly old yet, but it doesn't look like, by the way, as you breached it, that they were able to open the ship. It actually was closed.
okay.
So Doug probably died. You know, your guess. This would be your guess, but they did not get inside the ship, as far as you can tell. Although the ship is quite damaged.
SIG is
You would
going
build it,
to look at Mail and go, I will run and activate the emergency signal. You stay here. Can you get us back out of this building as if I make it back real quick?
You mean bust through with the ship, try and fly the ship?
No, the ship's not going to be able to be flown. We're going to have to send an emergency signal for the mothership to come get us. But can you get us back out of here with whatever gravity stuff you're using out of this building here?
Oh, I think so. I think that lasts an hour.
Yeah, the gravity works lasts for an hour. Yeah.
Yeah, so Sig's plan is to try to run and activate the emergency signal to send back to their mothership to let them know there's been an issue and hopefully run back and her and Mel can at least get out of this building and
Right. Seek the hills or whatever. All right. That sounds fair. You definitely can do that. Everybody would know where the emergency signal thing is. As far
Just
as
to make
flying,
sure.
I was going to say, if you had the engineer, you probably could maybe try to do something, but
Right.
you're probably not going to do much without your engineer up there. Or, I mean, you can try, but it's going to be hard.
Okay.
That's up to you. So, but you still get to do some things. What do you want to do?
Oh, Sig's going to activate the.
Yep.
You know what? I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna go and see if I can get this thing to fly.
Oh, you want to fly the ship? Okay, perfect.
Yeah, I want to bring it down and try to get my friends and crush whatever in the process, maybe.
Okay. All right. So it's not going to be easy. I'm going to give you -2.
Okay.
But use mind.
Mind. Okay. Nope. 5.
Okay. Well, yeah. So you hit the controls, and the ship lurches forward, and it drops. Of course. So let's see. You're probably not in like safety seats and restraints, but you don't weigh anything necessarily with the gravity.
Right. I'm like floating.
Yeah, in a sense, right? So, but the ship's not. So the ship.
Right. Right.
Yeah. All right. Well, no matter what, Sig's gonna take damage. I'll figure you out in a second.
was
I'll
I
give you
able to
half.
activate the emergency deal before she did
Yeah,
that?
you were. You definitely
Okay.
were. We'll say so, because I'm nice. Because that would have taken less time. 21.
All right.
Yeah, the ship, and you smash into the front from the thing. I guess you have the gravity, so you're able to be like, whoa, I'm fine. So at the ground level, everybody make a body roll. It's at the bottom to see if the ship lands on top of you.
Oops.
Let's see if I die in a spectacular way.
Getting very intimate with the ship.
4. Yep, I definitely.
Oh no.
Okay. So I think a ship would be, I don't know, a ship falling on you. What would you call that? Like 2D100?
Sure.
Let's call it
Let's
4
do
D20.
that.
Call it 4 D20, like our critical roll before.
I don't have 40-20. All right, hold on.
10D100.
10 D100, yeah.
Actually, if it's 40-20, it might not be that bad because so far that's a 9, 9's 18 plus 3, 21. And 8 more is only 27. That's actually kind of shitty damage, but 27 more points of damage at the bottom.
Well, either way, I'm dead.
Yeah.
But you can get a DR though to dive out of the way. Oh no, that's the body roll was, I guess. Yeah, so the ship smashes on the ground. It probably might kill a couple of them. So yeah, so the ship kind of tips on its side. You're kind of floaty inside. Sig's probably a little bit bloodied. Yeah, what do you guys want to do? You're inside the ship. You can hear, hectic.
Yeah, Sig cannot believe that Mel just attempted to fly it, knowing that that wasn't her specialty. And she just gets up with the blood wiping off and she says, "That's not what I said to do. You can follow me or not." And she's taking off running to try to run out of the building and run back into the city, the main part of the city where their little friend is.
All right, yeah. I mean, you when you run out of the ship, there's like 4 guards there that are going to shoot.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. She's going to try to run past them.
Yeah.
Before you do that, I have this healing thing.
Yeah, I've got one too, but she's not thinking enough to stop and use it.
Right. All right. So yeah, you're running for your life. Okay, so they're going to take a shot at you, all 4 of them. 14 misses. Oh, 20. That hits unless you dodge it.
Oh, I get a
Actually,
dodge
you're
roll? Okay.
Yeah, because you're running and dodging. I think that's fair.
I'm not going to do it with 4 on the die.
Okay. Yeah, I'm giving it if like it's an opportunity that you could have kind of been like zig and zagging.
That's probably going to kill her.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. 30 damage.
Oh, yeah, I only had 15 left.
Yeah. So you hear and slides across the ground with the terracotta guns having shot through. Yes, you're inside the ship, I guess, or we're making your way out. What are you doing?
Game over.
I'm gonna stay in the ship. I'm not leaving. If she activated the emergency beacon, I'll just stay and tell him I was trying to show him some magic.
Okay. Let's roll initiative. I want to see some magic. The ship has got breaches in it now, of course, so they're going to be able to get into it if they want, but not right away. But let's see what happens. Roll initiative. They got a 4.
Yep, they go first. I got a 1.
Okay. Yeah, they come up and start trying to cut their way in. It's going to take them a couple of rounds, I think, to get in properly. So they're like cutting into the ship.
Okay. I don't want to scorch earth. That's how we always end these things. Scorch earth it.
Well, what better way?
Yeah,
Although you
kind of
kill your little friend.
That's true. I'd kill Wondar, but I will say to myself, well, I'm not gonna die at their hands. That's never how I've been. Oh, Wondar, what could have been if things had gone differently and Mallory hadn't drawn her goddamn gun? And and I will cast Atomic Collision.
Yeah.
Might as well just do it.
You're just gonna drop it in the whole like massive area. You're gonna
Yes, I am.
All right, so 2d20 times 100 damage to anybody caught within the blast, which is a mile. So, yeah, I guess roll that. I don't think anybody's really going to survive that.
2d20 times 100.
Yep.
Okay.
I'd like to think you just hit the ship self-destruct button.
So 14. I rolled really low for 14 times 100.
1,400 damage. Okay.
Chernobyl.
So you basically disintegrate the entire a huge mushroom cloud forms centered on the big dome, completely wiping out this town. Wandard is eating his soup, and then the next thing you know, he's just ash. And from space, this mushroom cloud go up just as like they're at the ship. It cuts to the ship. The ship's like, oh, we hear a distress signal, so they must be in trouble down there. We'll have to make sure we send some scouts. Oh, we lost the signal. Sir, there's a massive radiation spike.
Dang, are you still up?
Right. Yeah. I'm definitely still up.
The blue
Said you wanted to
people-
see some magic. That's what
The
I
blue
say as I
people are the
go.
only ones that survive because they're far enough in the desert.
Right, exactly. The blue people are the only survivors. All right, well, excellent. Well, thanks, guys. That was Hateful Space.
Can I do an ending for the doctor?
Oh, sure. Yes. Go ahead.
So out in the desert, like as she is like taken to their village, it seems obvious that bad things are about to happen. And then she sees like one of the guys that are like harmed, and she's like, wait, and she goes over and like actually starts tending to his wound. And they actually can tell like, oh, she's like a healer, and seem kind of impressed by that. And then she's looking up, kind of hopeful that maybe they're gonna just at least let her stay here as a healer. She sees a huge mushroom cloud in the back, and the whole earth rumbles, and she's just like, oh, God damn it.
Nice. Okay, cool. And so ends Hateful in Space.